Quality.
And we're recording now. And I totally was talking about something 9,000 different degrees away from what I'm about to say, so I don't even know what to say now. I'm Omar Krieg. This is the Krieg Dominion. Welcome aboard. The crazy has begun. No, we don't do welcome anymore. We stopped doing that a while ago. Somebody keeps trying to bring it back, though, and they need to stop. But I digress. I am joined by a crew of wonderful people, two of which are really new to the channel, one super new. But we're here to do Vampire
minutes old, in
Games.
fact.
What's that?
Minutes old, in fact.
Yeah, minutes old.
Yeah.
It's absolutely one way to look at it. I am joined, of course, by Grimdark James, Darius, Kane from Alien fame on my channel, new player Jabawaki, or just Jabba, and newest member Desmina. We'll take a moment to check in with everybody and see what's new and exciting for them, and then James will take us into the wonderful world of darkness. Let's start with Jabba. What's new and exciting for you, my friend? Ooh, he wasn't expecting to be called on first.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, so I was mentioning a bit earlier. Like I said, going on vacation this week up to Quebec to visit some family that I don't really know who too well, but it's my girlfriend's side of the family. But hopefully I'll get to know them a bit better and start playing a new game, Tainted Grail. If you guys have heard of it, it's been pretty fun so far. It kind of reminds me of like an Oblivion mixed with Elden Ring almost. So right now,
Okay.
from like what I understand, the way it's been like described is it's like a Elden Ring with like cities, but the way it's been playing, it's like locked in first person, not locked. It's preferred first person mode. They like pretty much tell you right off the hop that third person is accessibility. So like you're in first person, and they have like the BioShock hand system. So you have like your left and right hands can be equipped with different things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty fun so far.
That's good. That's good. Well, I hope you enjoy your vacation to the land of not quite French, but also definitely not Canadian. I will never stop bagging on the French. I don't know why.
Let's just say this background is going to be very accurate for this week.
Kane, it's been a few weeks for you and I between the other projects that we are in. I think the last time we saw each other was actually... No, we did do a Beyond the Frontier episode right after our last Vampire episode, so it hasn't been too terribly long. But what's new and exciting for you?
Monday, I get to get my class schedule and see how much it fucks with my gaming schedule.
Mm.
And then there's, well, for the rest of us, then there's the work schedule, which always screws around with my game time.
Oh, see, I'm basically professionally unemployed right now, so work
yeah.
schedules aren't an issue.
No, that's why I had to make that distinction there.
Yeah,
but that's good luck. This is your second term, quarter, semester, or is there more that I'm not aware of?
This will be my fourth semester.
Okay. Well, best of luck. I hope
transferred schools in the middle of it, so I think I'm a little bit behind that as far as the new school is concerned.
Right. Well, hopefully you get the classes you want and or need. You know, as opposed to like, I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in this automotive 101. My degree has absolutely nothing to do with cars. That would be a very bad situation.
Trying to put the schedule together in a way that wasn't going to make me hate myself every other morning was difficult. Hopefully everything got approved and all the classes are running as I requested.
Well, knock on wood. Let's hope that works out for you. Because I, having gone to college myself, am well aware of how much of a pain in the ass getting your schedule set up can be. So,
yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's me.
Well, Darius, I got no real good transition. So, what's new and exciting for you? I see glasses. I don't know if that's new or not.
Actually, yes, the glasses are new.
They fit you. That's good.
And Desmina's put glasses on too. Like, is this?
I know. I just noticed like this is like a glasses cult, and like I'm suddenly not part of the cool kids club anymore because I had LASIK years ago.
Yeah. Well, it's not really bad, but I no longer have 40/20 vision.
Well, I hear that happens when you hit your 40s and into your 50s. Don't ask me how I know
Yep.
that.
I'm well aware.
I know, because I know you and I are in roughly the same demographic.
Yeah,
I believe I have you by a number of years, though, but I could be wrong.
I forget.
Yeah, listen, I was also. This is also not a competition I want to win either. So, as a guy who's looking down the barrel of having a couple of discs replaced in the base of his neck, yeah, no, I'm good, man. I don't
Yeah.
need to win that
Yeah.
competition.
I know the feeling. Anyway, today has been a great day. I've been gaming for just about all of it.
Those are the best days.
The only time I haven't been gaming is when I was in the car going to the game or from the game
It's awesome. James has also had
or sleeping.
James is having a similar day where he woke up and played Pendragon, and now he's playing Vampire. But we'll talk about James in just a moment.
Yeah, I woke up, I played Battletech: A Time of War,
Nice.
then I played Shadowrun,
Okay.
and now I'm playing Vampire.
Very, very crunchy games, but awesome games.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. Desmina,
Yes.
officially on the stream. Welcome to the Creek Dominion. Welcome to, I don't know, some would say the greatest time sink of all time. I don't know who they
Isn't
are.
that what all gaming is?
See, there's a difference between time sink and time well spent. I will let you
Yes.
determine what this is.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Yes, it does, absolutely. And Al, as always, your mileage may vary. So, what's tell us a little bit about yourself. What's some new cool ideas you could share with us, or just, hey, I'm Desmine, I'm here to play vampires, and you guys suck. I mean, I'm totally fine if that's your only response.
Yeah, I'm Desmina. I've been playing. I started with D&D in middle school, and I've been playing games ever since.
You know, there's a common theme among, I don't know how old you are, so I don't want to presume anything, but there's a common theme amongst the, let's just say 30 and up crew, where somewhere around middle school, we started with D&D, and then eventually we end up here. I don't know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That remains to be seen, but as
Well,
a general thing, that's how that happens.
My parents bought me the red box of Dungeons and Dragons for my 7th
Basic
birthday.
set, I remember that.
Yeah, because they said that they on the box it said for 1 to 5 players, thinking it was a game you could play on your own. Because if one player can play it, not realizing it meant a GM plus 1 to 5 players.
Well, you could, I think.
Well, the very first red box did have a dungeon in the start that was run like a choose your own adventure.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, if
vaguely,
you just go
but
to this number sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those days, and yeah, I remember the red, and I believe blue was the expert level, which is the next one, and then Master, Champion,
Master was
and
the green,
Immortal, or something like that. I forget exactly the order now, but I remember those days quite well. Well,
I actually took that original dungeon from the red box, and I ran it at a convention as a comedy game named Rust Monster Stole My Baby.
It's amazing. Well, Desmina, either way, I'm glad you're here. Hope you enjoy yourself. As always, you're more than welcome to stick around, even above and beyond anything vampire related. So, but, you're one of us now. You've been branded, tagged, and collared, and whatever. I don't know. There's satellites tracking your movement now. I don't understand how it works either, so don't ask me. You got to ask James. He's the tech guy.
Okay.
Speaking of James, what's new and exciting for you? And then as you're ready, why don't you go ahead and segue us into our game tonight?
No worries. Well, before we started the stream, when I was chatting to the cast, I actually admitted that in the last week I inadvertently got tricked, cajoled, whatever, into running a My Little Pony RPG one shot, which was certainly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Unexpected and unusual. I learned more about My Little Pony lore in the space of 12 hours than I ever planned to in my entire life.
I bet.
But everyone had fun, I guess, which is what's the important part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I will correct you too, but I got it this morning and played D&D first, and then Pendragon, and now I'm running.
Listen. Don't act like I've never been wrong before. Okay, this clearly has not been the first time.
But no, I mean, my big thing, obviously, I'm throwing my family onto a plane this weekend, or this coming weekend, to take them to the US for Gen Con and for Disneyland, and yeah, the usual sort of do all the touristy sort of stuff from East Coast to West Coast over the space of 15 days. So that's why there'll be no Dark Ages stream the next 3 weekends. But yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up with some people, including Darius here at Gen Con in Indianapolis as well in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, yes, I will be going to Gen Con. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Are you driving across, flying across?
We're flying across.
Nice.
I used to live in Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
And anytime I would go to Australia, it would be Sydney to LA, LA to Chicago, Chicago to Rochester. So I'm used to that Chicago to LA flight, which is, I hate it. It's like I prefer the 14-hour Trans-Pacific flight to the 4.5-hour flyover flight. But yeah, it's the same with Australia. If I go from Sydney to Perth, people say, "Oh, do you drive across or do you fly?" It's like people die driving across Australia. It's just a giant desert. There's like 500 miles, no gas station. So people literally get stuck in the desert and run out of food. So I'm used to flying from border to border.
Yeah, no,
Coast
that's
to
totally
coast.
fair. I drove
Well, that
across
and, like-
Canada last year twice. Like I was like, yeah, I'd much rather fly or take the train again. I don't want to drive 5-6 days again.
I enjoyed that. I have driven across this country a couple times, and I have driven from Alaska through Canada into the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. I've enjoyed all of that, but it definitely does take, some prior planning, some coordination, and a certain amount of, I guess, fortitude, stamina, what have you. That said, if I'm driving from one side of Australia to the other, there has to be a reason to go to the other side of Australia. And my understanding is there's not a lot out there. And there certainly isn't a lot in between. I could be wrong, but I'm not very familiar with Australia, but it's basically like everybody's on the east side of the continent and there's not much elsewhere.
Yeah, something like 90% of the population lives within 40 miles of the coast.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Canada, where like most of the population lives within 100 kilometers of the U.S. border.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the memes. But you've got a housing problem. What about all this land up here? It's frozen, dumbass.
You can go try to live there. There's a reason people don't. Do you want 24 hours of sunlight? You can have it.
Yeah, for only half the year. The other half, it's 24 hours of not sunlight, which is great for vampires.
There's a horror movie actually based on that.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. I'm vaguely recalling that one.
Right.
Anyway, James, let's play some vampire.
All right, no worries. I guess just start off with as a recap. So, of course, our four, I hate to use the term heroes, our four protagonists so far were taken with their sires to the city of Accra in the Holy Land, where they met for the first time. They were told that their sires planned to head to Jerusalem because Jerusalem was about to be not handed back, but certainly the truce between the Arabs and the Christians was due to expire soon, and that led to the anticipation of more conflict. So they wanted to go and visit Jerusalem before that happened. But first, they wanted their children to head to the town and meet with an ally of theirs, a Malkavian by the name of Brother Bernardus. And when they got there, Bernardus told them that there had been an influx of demon worshipping Bali, diabolists coming into the city, and that it had caused problems in the holy city, and asked the group to go to where he believed the Bali were to stop them. His ghoul took them to an abandoned stable where they found 3 ritual occultists in the process of about to kill and diablerize another vampire. They beat them up, killed them, saved the vampire. It turned out that they were not actually Bali; they were actually Tremere, who were hunting what we as the audience know is actually a salubri. And after letting her go, Amina bint Wahib, they sort of thought about the fact that, well, as there is evidence of diabolical magic being used, there is still a risk that there is something horrible in the holy city. But also, we've just killed 3 Tremere. We don't know what their position is in the city's political structure. You know, have we just bought ourselves a whole bunch of trouble or what? So I'm going to assume that these 4 characters will be heading back to see Brother Bernardos before the night is done, unless you tell me otherwise.
Roughly how far into the night is it? I believe our engagement was something like around midnight or so. So I think we've got a couple hours of day. Not
Yeah,
daylight,
you've
the other
probably
thing.
got at least you probably got a good sort of 6 or so hours before you would expect to be having to worry about the sun.
Okay, and I believe Darius. I'm sorry, not Darius. Shit, name's escaping me, and I have the characters right here.
Iden?
Aiden.
Iden.
Aiden. Yes, I believe Aiden fed.
Yes.
So Bogdan is looking at, since we have some free time, maybe finding a nice vintage. And by vintage, I obviously mean somebody's neck.
Yeah, if you want to stop and hunt, you're more than welcome to stop and hunt too.
Okay. Is there any particular things we need to do? I don't remember if we had done that previously or not.
I mean, literally, where we ended off, you had just walked out of the stable, basically. So, yeah, the ghoul that brought you here is not around.
Okay. And the lady left of her own accord as well, correct? Did she give us her name? Oh, yeah, Aisha. She left.
Aisha, yes.
She left of her own accord. She's not dawdling with us. There we go. Yes, perhaps we should get something to eat. I think a little famished. This is becoming more Russian than Eastern European, but I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. Perhaps something to eat, eh? I'm just gonna start looking around. It's pretty late, but I imagine there's a tavern or something I can swing by to grab and go.
So I guess that's the question. Are you, because remember that vampires, when they drink from people who are inebriated, they get inebriated from the
Yeah,
from the
I'm
blood.
not looking for the inebriation, although I guess actually no. I think my character would be looking for the 1200s equivalent of a light buzz because he's not trying to get sloshed. But he definitely does enjoy life. I mean, come on, he's Toreador.
Oh, blood light. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I think swinging by a tavern or an inn, pub house or something, whatever the Europeans would call it. Swinging by something like that, seeing if there's a nice young man or woman that might be catching Bogdan's eye. Lead him around out back and
keen to feed while we're here as well.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with. It certainly gets me away from where this mortal's body's going to be found.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, some of you used quite a bit of blood in that battle, I believe, as well. So there's some of you at least some blood anyway.
I think I used a drop or a blood point, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I had to for one of my abilities, and I'm pretty sure Aiden did as well, but he also fed.
I used some blood. I could use.
I'm good.
I could go with for a bloody ice.
Okay.
Bloody ice! Oh my god! You're just going for the bottom of the list, aren't you? Give me some of that malt liquor.
If we're still with the bodies, Dorn would probably say a quick prayer to help ease the passing of the holy men that were slayed. Think about it for a few minutes or a few seconds, and then he wouldn't go with them to the bars. He'd probably go find a heretic or a heathen to feed on.
Murder that
guess.
motherfucker. Sorry, don't listen to me.
All right. So if you are feeding around the bars, it's your choice of a attribute plus ability. You're just going to justify how you're using it that way, and it'll be difficulty 5. If you're looking for going into the Muslim area, then you'd be looking at difficulty 6.
We're going to roll out what?
Manipulation.
Whatever attribute plus ability you can justify using to feed.
I think I'm gonna go with.
Is there
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
is there anything I need to roll to clean up the mess in the body and
I mean, define clean up.
make
Like
it
the-
disappear?
I mean, you could set fire to the barn probably. You could bury it. I mean, there's still there are at least there are at least 2 canine and 1 mortal body that are still there. So
Uh-huh. I thought the Canaanites ashed.
the oldest one did, yes.
What about the other 2?
I mean, they met final death, but their bodies still their bodies remain.
This long?
This only happened within the last hour or something like that. Am I right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
my
just-
understanding is that the body will age to the age it would have basically been in there if they died in their own life, which is if they died when they did. So if these people have only been vampires for a couple of years, they will still have a corpse. It'll be desiccated, but it'll be a corpse nonetheless.
All right.
I don't think it's Buffy the Vampire saying every vampire immediately turns to ash the moment it takes its last wound.
No, I didn't expect them to immediately ash, but I expected them to by, an hour or 2.
Yeah. I mean, they are rotten. They don't look like recent kills. They look like dug up, desiccated corpses
Yep,
in fresh clothing.
of course.
Yeah.
Can I find a shovel?
Yeah, I'd
They
say
were in
there'd be a
stables.
shovel
They were
in the
stables, weren't
stables. Yeah.
Travel ought to be easy, super easy to find.
Okay, I'll go ahead and bury the bodies.
Okay. I don't require any roll for that. I think it's a straightforward thing to do. No one really. You're in a largely abandoned area of town, so you remain undisturbed.
Okay. I
Uh,
make sure to bury them deep enough that animals aren't going to dig them up.
What am I rolling?
Nice.
I'm gonna roll manipulation expression and basically, spit some game that I don't actually have to convince a young man or woman to join me in a side room that's obviously very dark and not well visible from other sides of the tavern. I assume difficulty 6. Is there anything else I need to know before I throw it?
Typically 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you certainly find a person, which means you can take up to 10 blood. If you take more than 7, or 7 or more, they will die.
Yeah, I don't want to kill them, so I'll take 1, 2, 3. I guess 5 doesn't sound bad.
Okay.
I'm going to try to do something similar.
All right.
So I'm going to do expression manipulation and try to. I'm going to try to tell stories to get somebody interested in walking off to hear a private story from me. So I'd like to try to use my storytelling specialty.
Ooh. There I was, just dabbing away, and the fucker wouldn't die.
Do you at least speak Latin?
I do not know Latin.
Okay. I think you're probably going to have with storytelling is that most people here will speak Latin, Hebrew, Arabic, or probably French.
I can
Uh,
translate.
I failed it anyways.
Okay.
I didn't botch, but I failed.
I don't think you're here though, are you? I didn't.
I went with you.
I
No,
mean,
I
once I'm
don't.
finished
I guess you could translate.
burying the bodies, I can just come on over and start translating for them.
I mean, I think storytelling loses something when someone's translating it, but that's fine. It's you're not exactly hungry though either, Kara. So
I made an effort. It's none of these people speak anything I do. It makes this difficult.
I think there's a certain amount of frustration on Kara's face. It's like, why aren't they understanding the undertones of what was really going on with the political machinations of the Galactic Empire?
Wow. Okay.
I think
I'm sorry, I
Gordon.
had to make it ridiculous to cover it.
Gordon would either try to do a religious debate to try to lead somebody off, or try to do a religious conversion. So either theology wits or theology charisma.
Yep. In what language?
French. I could do French.
French. Okay. Yep. French.
Which one? They're like they'd be the same.
Yeah, you
So
can. You can choose.
it's-
You can. I'm happy. I'm happy with what you've described, so you can choose.
And 5 or 6.
Yes. 6 for you. I think you because you're out here to the
Yeah, that's fine.
slightly nicer part of town, not the bars.
Couple of them there, it looks like.
Yeah, you see, you get a person, so you can take up to 10.
Up to 10. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take 5. We good.
I think eventually after I spend some time at the club, not the club, tavern,
The club.
everybody in the party getting tipsy.
Dropping some lo-fi 12th century EDM.
Raise the thatch.
Raise the
Raise the
thatch.
thatch.
Oh my god.
Just don't burn it.
That's great.
Don't burn it, yeah. Yeah, I think
The
after
thatch. The thatch. Just
the thatch
we
Let
need
the
some
fire
water. Don't let that
burn.
motherfucker burn.
So anyway, after, I don't know, maybe an hour or two, eventually wandering our way back, or at least Bogdan, I don't know if anybody's specifically associating with him, but Bogdan's kind of like, I don't think they like me too much, but it'll grow. It'll grow on me. I'll grow on them. He'll wander his way back to,
Yes, you'll grow on them like a leech.
I was thinking more like tumor, but whatever.
Tumor, leech, same difference.
I don't know. I think one sucks blood. Oh, I see what you did there. Ha ha.
Aha.
Yeah, eventually
I'm
wandering our way
trying
back to where our
to-
sires are.
I'm trying to keep an eye out for you so I can leave when you leave.
Your sires aren't in Jerusalem yet. You're heading back
Oh,
to
that's
where
right.
you
They're
stayed
back
with
in.
Bernardus.
Yeah, we got to go back to Bernardus's place, the Malkavian.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, and when I see you leaving, I'll leave with you, having not succeeded.
I will.
Okay. No.
I will share a sympathetic smile. Hey, get with them all, huh?
I don't know the language.
I can see how that would be a big barrier over which to climb. It's okay. The language here is not so good. They call it Latin, but it's not really Latin. It's not the same if it's not spoken by the native.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you.
Does
If I
does
spoke
my
your
German
language,
bad?
what?
Is my German bad?
I don't. I'd suddenly start speaking in German at this point because I think I'm
I
speaking.
mean, that's our common language.
yeah, that is our
We've
common
been teaching
language,
in
yeah.
German.
I mean, I understand, but the subtle undertones, easy to lose.
I need to work on it.
That's the idioms, I think they call it.
I will keep learning. I'll keep
With
learning.
practice and time, all things can be accomplished. I should write that down.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna
Once
keep
the four
walking.
of you have gathered, you return back to the abandoned house where you met Bernardus before. He and his ghouls are there. As you go in, Bernardus looks a little bit sort of not distraught but concerned. Please come in. Close the door quickly. I understand that you found the place that Timothy took you to, but it wasn't Infernalist, right? It was Tremere.
Yes, Tremere, have we kicked the hornet's nest? I feel like perhaps some bees may have been harmed in the destruction of their home.
That's probably an understatement, so to speak. I mean, there are factions within the Canaanites of Jerusalem, and the Tremere are one of them. And I know that you are not from Jerusalem, but you're here as my guest, which means that potentially this could be seen as some sort of a challenge between the non-Tremere and the Tremere. Well, this is going to be hard to sort out.
Out of character, real quick.
Yes.
What's the date again?
It's 1197.
Okay, so they've already diablerized Solid.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
No worries. Not that I think that any of these characters would be aware of that, but certainly
Certainly
yes,
not the details, but certainly the rise to power, as it were.
Yeah, the Tremere have been have recently risen to power.
Yeah,
certainly, and it, to the point where they are in most cities seen as a separate faction to the non-Tremere. Usually, you've sort of got, like, in most cities in Eastern Europe, you've got a group of Tremere, you have a group of Zamisi, and you have a group of everybody else. They're sort of like the three core factions right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Aisha's fine.
Yes, I thank you for that. That's she is a good friend, and she has helped both the mortals and counts of the city for a long time, and the fact that she is unharmed is definitely a blessing. But I need to work out how to smooth things over with the Tremere, let them know about this misunderstanding, and my friends, there's another matter also in town that I've been working on, but now with these two things, they distract from each other. I want to, while I go and sort out this matter with the Tremere, would you be able to help with one other matter in Jerusalem while you're here? I think that's something that a fresh set of eyes could help with.
It's better not to be killing more holy men. That
No,
is not
no,
what I signed up for.
It is, I think, the literal opposite of that. It is saving what could be our holy man, I believe.
Saving a holy man.
He settles a bit. You can hear his armor rest.
We can't see you for whatever reason, just so you're aware.
Yeah, my girlfriend's just running laundry.
No worries.
Around in the background right now, so. Yeah.
No worries.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was intended or not.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I think Bogdan just has a moment where he's just kind of considering. He's like, if you are so concerned with the Tremere, and now we have this other problem, and you said that they are mutually contradictory, or at least distracting, I'm wondering if maybe we're about to kick over another hornet's nest. We would hate to cause.
Well,
we should hate to cause problems here. I certainly don't want. I would rather brotherhood. It's easier to make money if people like each other than it is to kill each other.
yes. Well, let me explain my other situation, and that way at least you know that we're not looking to create more trouble. See, an unusual Canaanite has appeared in Jerusalem in recent nights. He wears the trappings of a 10th century crusader. He walks a 11th century crusader of the Second Crusade, anyway. So about 100 years ago.
My character glances over at Jabba's character real quick, and then looks back.
He walks about town. He rants and he raves, and then he disappears back into the catacombs beneath the city. No one's really been able to pin him down, but the Nosferatu, who control those catacombs, have I think they've taken umbrage to this Canaanite simply traipsing through their domain unannounced, unprepared, and I worry that the Nosferatu may be preparing to do him harm. And so I was hoping that if you could help to find him and bring him to me, I could assist him, provide him somewhere else, learn what his situation is, try to help whatever is affecting his mind.
Gordon shifts his weight around a little bit. His armor clinks. He looks over at Iden, looks over at the rest of them. And where would we find this man?
Well,
we could. You say the Nosferatu might be making moves against him. Would it be best if we did not interact? I shudder at the very thought, but interacting with the Nosferatu may tip our hand, as it were, yes?
No. You misunderstand. So, first off, I'm not saying to go into the catacombs. Definitely do not go into the catacombs. Canaanites die going into the catacombs. So I mean, just I don't know how much you know about Jerusalem and the city of David, but of course, this city is thousands of years old. It's been built up upon the ruins of the city that were built by King David and King Solomon, and even older, back to Egyptian times, there are ruins. So the city's catacombs go down multiple levels through Byzantine ruins to pre-dynastic ruins. But the Nosferatu tend to maintain control of the top most level, what I suppose in other European cities might be called the sluices or the sewers.
Yes.
Beneath that, there are stories of dangerous creatures further down, ancient things that slumber in the dark. And so,
Problems in the deep. Yes, I've heard of this.
that's right. The Nosferatu dug too deep. No, but as I said, this man, he emerges onto the streets at nighttime, often in the new moon, and as you see outside, it's a new moon for the next few nights. I have managed to broker an arrangement with one of the Nosferatu, a man by the name of Ranulf. He knows where this man emerges, and he is also he's interested in not seeing his kin simply kill a confused Cainite, which could then lead to further complications. So I would like to send you to meet with Ranulf and have him take you to this man. The man, by the way, is known by the word he yells the most, which is 5. The Arabic word 5.
I do not remember my Arabic numbers.
5. Yeah, our numerical system is actually the Arabic system.
I actually did that joke with my girlfriend the other day. I'm like, oh, should we have English numbers or Arabic numbers? She's like, English. I'm like, oh.
What's okay? So does he go by 5, or does he go by the actual Arabic word for 5?
Which is 5.
It's 5.
Okay, got
yes.
It. Sorry, because I literally looked. I was like, what is the Arabic word for 5? And it's like Kapsa.
Okay, sorry.
I'm okay if that was his name.
I think it's specific. It's the symbol. The symbol of 5 is the same in Arabic. The alphabet, like the
actual number.
5.
Yeah. I used to know what those numbers were.
Yeah. In any case, he
goes by the name 5.
5 is what he goes by. Yes.
Oh, 5 is actually a 0.
Yeah.
Evidently. Anyway.
So, would you be willing to help with this while I sort out this matter with the Tremere?
Would it be best to do you? I want to do a moment where Bogdan looks at his watch, but obviously watches haven't been invented yet. So he's like, it's pretty close to sunrise. Perhaps on the eve.
Yes, I mean it's only the first night of the new moon. So imagine if 5 emerges tonight, he'll emerge tomorrow night and the night after as well, at least. And he does come on nights other than the new moon too, but he tends to always come on the new moon.
New moon may have some significance for him. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. And then I'll look at the others and I'll be like, does any thoughts, ideas, suggestions? Otherwise, perhaps we should just go to sleep.
You are checking my notes. I do have a question.
Yes.
One of the things that we are here to check is to check on the accommodations for our sires. Has that been coming along?
Yes, certainly. I will certainly make sure that is arranged tonight, or I'll have Timothy and what's the guy's name was
Thomas?
Timothy and Paul ensure during the day coming that the final preparations are made. They are slightly nicer accommodations than this. I hope you don't mind. This is more convenience, but yes, we've arranged proper accommodations.
Then
This
I
is
would
good.
be glad to meet this Ranulf on your behalf.
Excellent. All right. Well,
This is good, but my question is, how do you plan on solving this thing with the Tremere?
Well, it'll be a mixture of politics, maybe some payment. They at the end of the day, they were still attempting to diablerize a standing member of this canine community. I know that the Salubri enjoy little protections, but I think there's enough case here to present to them that they didn't do enough to assuage concerns that they were not merely diablerists.
Yeah. Very well. Where are we sleeping tonight? Same as last night, or
Yes.
somewhere else?
Although I might return to my other haven tonight. I'll make sure that Timothy stays here during the night to watch on you. That way you'll have at least a little bit more space.
Very well.
Yes. More room to stretch legs, yes. Should have made my guy Russian. I could do a Russian accent better than I can do an Eastern European. Jesus. Alright, unless there's anything else, Bogdan is ready to bed down.
Same.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's fast forward to the next night then. Why don't you guys mark off one
Yep.
blood each?
And
Desmina,
regain a
while I've got
willpower.
you. Sorry?
And
regain a
regain a
willpower, yes.
willpower.
Desmina, could you roll a d10? I'm not sure. Have you used Foundry before? Are you familiar with the Foundry program?
I have used Foundry.
There is a dice tray above the chat, or at the chat box as well. You can just click on a dice in the chat box there to
Oh.
Yeah.
You said a 1d10?
1d10, please. Oh, okay.
Ooh. Ouch.
So that's good because you're going to have your maximum blood minus that. So you are at
Okay, I'm gonna be hungry. All right.
okay. So
My
you've
stomach
got
doing the
4 blood.
rumblies.
But you're
Rumblies
not
in
actually
my
hungry because
tumbles.
you're hungry at 3. So you
She might be.
I'm
Well,
not quite at
I'm sure
rumbly
you're-
tumblies.
I'm sure you're hungry before 3, but
yes, you're not the losing control hunger.
Oh yeah,
Right.
the beast is just
Yeah.
stirring. He's not actually awoken.
mhm.
Nice.
Awaken,
All right.
awaken.
Yes. Yep. The day passes without incident, and you awaken the next day. I think that was it Bogdan? Were you a deep sleeper, or you had?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay. No, Bogdan. No, was it Dorna? Maybe. So I thought someone had the.
I
Dornan
have the deep
does.
sleep. Dornan
Aiden
does.
had. I thought Aiden had a number of flaws. I thought he did. I
Yeah.
could be wrong too.
But it doesn't mean you wake up late. It just means it's harder to wake you if something happens during the day. So
There's also other.
But this is our second sleep here.
yes.
Okay, because I have to keep track of that.
Oh, are you one of those like restless sleepers? You can't sleep in the same spot more than a couple times.
Yeah, I've got to travel, or I start
Yeah.
taking penalties.
Oof.
The road is
Gotta be
real.
that tipsy lifestyle. Sorry, that traveler lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So the following night, it's Paul who is waiting for you upstairs. And so I will, if you're all ready to go, I will take you to meet with Ranulf now.
Yes, I am.
I would like to declare that I am having heightened senses up.
Okay. I mean, it's up all the time, isn't it?
I thought
It's
it
always,
was.
always on.
But you have to. I think you have to.
You have to
you have to
declare
choose
whether
which
it's on
one
or
in
not.
particular.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm not that knowledgeable, unfortunately.
I am ready, Paul.
Yeah, Bogdan will eventually come up and meet Paul and shake his head. Oh, Bogdan, it's nice to meet you. You're the one taking us, yes? I believe we are ready. I could be wrong. And I'll look over at everybody who's already indicated whether or not they're ready anyway.
Hands over Carl, rolling her eyes.
Yup. That's all I wanted. Listen, I'm the comedic
I'm-
relief. I'm the one that sets up the dramatic animations for everybody else.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like Dordan's already like by the door leaning,
Yeah.
like with the foot up on the wall,
Like, can we go now?
arms crossed, like she's staring, like
Yes,
Ugh.
please, Master Paul, take us to this
Alright.
Ranulf.
Okay. He leads you back out of the city then. So he takes you like, because remember that this house was outside the city walls, so you're actually doing it inside the city walls now to begin the walk to what he tells you. He tells you you're meeting Ranulf at the a place called the Inn of the Dancing Lion, which of course is a modern European style inn built within the walls of Jerusalem with the classic, not a written name, but like a pictogram of a dancing lion hanging from on a wooden placard over the door.
That's the way you really do it. You don't use a name, you use a symbol.
That's it, because most people can't read. He leads you to actually the stables of the particular inn. So stables once more, and inside there you see two people. The first one is definitely a Nosferatu. I will show you a picture.
Ooh, let me switch it over. Switch the stream over to the Foundry view. Let's do get there.
So this man is short and doughy. His head is like an unripe melon.
He's definitely got a head.
His grin is too wide for his face.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you generate that art too?
I did, yeah.
That's amazing.
And he's about 5'2".
Perfect. I'm now because I'm thinking of the short. What are those people called in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? The Vorgon?
The Vogons?
Yeah.
Vogons.
Except I think they were much taller. But now I'm just picturing a very short Vorgon with something closer to a human face.
Oh God. I was like looking at my sheet. It was covering the photo. That as soon as I like clicked off my sheet, I just. Ugh.
I think Bogdan definitely has that moment of like, this is Ranulf. Yes, that's a face. I'm saying this quietly. I don't want to be rude, but I have to like let it out. You know, I can't hold it in.
And the other person looks like Desmina. Why don't you describe what Shiri looks like?
Shiri wears a silver mask, and every bit of skin is covered in clothing. But like in that little gap between like gloves and sleeve, it looks like a burn victim.
Yeah. I would think that these sort of masks are not uncommon right now, especially in Jerusalem, because of leprosy.
Yeah.
A lot of lepers would wear masks like this sort of thing. So, and a lot of lepers flock to the Holy Land hoping for a miraculous cure as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Shiri, why are you here? Let me tell you. So, first off, Ranulf is not your sire, just to assuage any concerns you might have there. Your sire is actually a man named Fra Raymond. Fra being the Italian shortening of friar, so a Christian sort of knight monk who was embraced about close to 200 years ago, and he has taken this view that the Nosferatu have unfortunately pushed themselves into an unusual position where they are seen as the bottom-feeding information dealers who live in the sewers, and he actually believes that there is an undiscovered nobility among the Nosferatu, and he has turned his faith towards trying to elevate the Nosferatu into I guess more godly or more I don't say heroic, but certainly just a better viewed beings in the eyes of Cainites. He moved to Constantinople, is where he's currently based, but he also came to Jerusalem recently for similar reasons to the other sires, to basically see the Holy Land before it descended into war. And while here he met you. You were I'm guessing that Shiri is Jewish, based upon the name.
Shiri is a Jewish merchant.
Yes. So, and his interest in you came from, like, first off, it didn't matter that you weren't Christian. I mean, obviously, you both come from Abrahamic roots, but it was more about he was interested in your connection to faith, your connection to people, and the way in which you carry yourself, and he decided that you were someone he wanted to bring into his fold. You were like the next step in elevating the Nosferatu in the eyes of Fra Raymond. So he is still in Jerusalem right now, but he is aware that there is this situation where the Nosferatu have encountered this old French knight that they believe is, causing an affront, and he can't get involved. He's not part of the Canaanites of Jerusalem, but he did hear through the vines that Ranulf was going to try and help a group to save this man, and so he has asked you to basically go with Ranulf to meet this group to potentially help them also save this man. Because once again, this man was a man of faith. This man is troubled. So if you can help to bring him into the light, not the sunlight, obviously, then that is a noble deed to be done. Ranulf, for the time you spent with him, is a pretty foul individual. He is only helping because Bernardus is paying him to help. He has no interest at all in saving this man. It is purely just Bernardus has offered him money, and he's taken Bernardus' money in order to help to find this guy. So he has done nothing at all to endear himself to you or prove that your sire is right about the hidden nobility of Nosferatu. But he is still the avenue through which you can meet these people.
Please just help me. It's going to cost you 5,000 gold. Okay.
Now, I don't know, did you watch the first episode, Tasmina?
I did.
Okay, cool.
Thanks
So
for
you
the
don't need
view.
me to go through and... Yeah. Yeah. I will say so as a side note that I did take an exhaustive poll of one viewer who determined that their favourite character was Bogdan in the first episode. So
Hoping to maintain that streak. We'll see how it goes. I have some stiff competition right now.
that's it. Yeah, if you're watching the show now, you could be the person I ask next.
Listen,
Um,
leave a comment. Which character you think is the best? How about that? That's how you get that viewer engagement.
It's better we don't, otherwise he's going to bisect you.
yeah,
The word you were looking for is bifurcate.
yeah.
To literally cut someone in two.
I don't think
so,
we'd go all the way. Sorry.
yeah, so as you walk in, you see these two individuals who you assume are both Nosferatu, and Ranulf sort of like does that little sort of like happy clap when he sees you come in. It's like, you must be Bernardus's childer, yes, or not his childer, but the childer he is. He is helping to guide. Yes.
He is a patron is a word we could use. You the wonderful Ranulf, yes. And I don't know if I
Yes.
can pull this off. I certainly can't in real life. If there's something about you, like I try so hard for a straight face, but it does not stay. But I imagine Bogdan has got a look on his face is like, I really don't want to shake your hand, but because of politics and decorum, like he's got his hand out. Perhaps a little closer to his side of the line than normal.
No, he steps forward and shakes your hand, and it's sort of slimy, which is weird because vampires don't sweat.
Right,
so
right.
he's gotten it slimy somewhere else. You're not entirely sure where.
Yeah. I don't know if that registers in Bogdan's mind. It's just that he's stuck on the fact that there's a slimy grip, and he does not like it. And so it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. And then he tries to, like, quickly, but not too quickly, pull his hand back and maybe turn his body slightly to one side so he could hide the fact he's absolutely wiping his hands on the side of his... I imagine I'm wearing robes, so...
And this is Shiri, a friend of a friend who has asked whether she can tag along to help solve this matter of the mysterious 5.
Yes, Shiri. Wonderful name, wonderful name. I am Bogdan. This is Dornan and Aiden and Kara. Some very lively folk, if ever you met some. And I'll stick my hand out as well.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Well, Bogdan's having all of like these reactions and like these emotions like flowing off of his face and through his body and words. Like Dornan just like looks down at him and goes, I guess God made certain people for certain reasons.
What was that? I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
I look over at Bogdan, and then I look back down at the man, and I go, I said, I guess God made certain people, and I like gesture my head towards him for certain reasons.
Ah, yes, we all have a purpose under the Great One's plan, yes? I believe I've read that somewhere in some book or something.
I'm gonna step forward and shake Shiri's hand.
I will shake your hand.
Imagine that during that exchange, Bogdan's just standing there like this, and then here comes Kara, just almost pushing him aside.
Yeah, I like that idea. Like, I just like put a hand on your upper arm and just push you a couple inches to the side and step past you. And I'll reach out to shake. Kara Frakastadr.
A pleasure to meet you, Shiri Metzenbaum.
But just nod and then step back into the group.
Dornan, dumb as bricks, the only thing he really knows about these masks is they're worn by sick people, and so he'll look over at Sherry and go, I hope the illness hasn't been too bad for you.
I suffer a similar affliction to my compatriot.
I think the camera just cuts back to Bogdan, and he's just doing one of these with his hand. His hand's at its side. I have to lift my hand so you can see it in the camera, but he's just doing this like, I've got sticky shit on my hands now. But he's doing it down by his side, right when you say that.
I need hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
For your benefit, Desmina, I have not got an image of your sire to show because it's an image that AI would not generate. His Nosferatu deformity takes the form of appearing skinless. So he is all just wet muscle.
Oh, we all see that in Deadpool too.
Yeah.
He is especially ugly. Okay.
Well, we've got one person over here being disgusted to have touched somebody. It doesn't. Body language says Kara does not care at all. This is just whatever.
I will step forward and give a half bow and say, I did Nightshade.
Pleasure.
Likewise.
Well, Ronolf, you know where this 5 can be found. At least that's what we have been led to believe. Perhaps we should go find this man. Bring him in.
I know how to. I know some places he can be found. The man, he appears where he pleases in the city. He howls and raves and vanishes again. Many times he escapes into the catacombs beneath the Temple Mount, but we can never find traces of his passage. Many of my brothers think he may be living in ruins to the north, but we can find no way he may have travelled so far unseen. I can lead you to the places where he appears. He may come out in one of them tonight. He does tend to like the darkness, the new moon. He tends to prefer that to brighter evenings. I think we'll start with the south wall. He's often seen there at night time. If the group of you would like to follow me, we'll start making our way there, and hopefully we can find him. If not at the south wall, we will try the other locations he has regularly seen. Is everyone prepared as much as they need to be?
I think the south wall would be a great place to start. I think we are all ready. Am I mistaken? And once again, Bogdan will start speaking for everybody, and then realize maybe he should check with everybody before he speaks. I don't know. Some people want to go spend their coin somewhere.
I am always ready.
Yeah, after you do that, if you look over at Dornan, he'll just have like a small little smirk on his face, like you're starting to amuse him. And then he'll realize that he's letting it show, and then go back to giving you the glare.
Yep, I think for that brief half second of recognition, Bogdan just smirks as well. And I told you I'd grow on you. He doesn't say any of that. He's just a knowing smirk.
Maybe we should go to where he is supposed to be before he leaves there, instead of talking about being there before he leaves there.
You like the way you think. Action, not words. Let's go then, Ronolf. Show us the way.
All right, let's go. And he starts to like penguin waddle.
Of course he
Yes.
does.
I love everything about this.
Did you just use the word the penguin or copperpot in your AI generation of this guy?
No. Look, last time I ran a Nosferatu in a game, I gave him because he had like a misshapen mouth, so I gave him a horrible lisp. So the character's name was Ethan, but he introduced himself as Ishan, and the group loved my stupid lispy accent for him, and they kept like sort of like mocking, like saying what he was like talking about he was.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Are you mocking me?"
It's hilarious. I feel like the group would definitely hear Gordon as soon as he like starts waddling away, and they would just hear him like sigh and quietly under his breath go, "For a reason," and then just keep walking.
All right. Yeah, he leads you slowly through the town. I mean, it's still it's early in the evening right now. But it's before some shops have closed. So there are still plenty of people around. It's getting probably towards about say 9 or 10 o'clock at night time, basically. So yeah, the streets are busy. There are plenty of people coming there and by. Eventually, you reach the south wall near an old ruined church. Could I get everybody, please, to make perception and awareness, not alertness rolls. Difficulty of 8. If you've got Auspex heightened sense activated, you can drop it down to 6. So if you haven't used the vampire system before, Desmina, you just click on the ability first. So click on the awareness word, and then it'll pop up with a checkbox, and you can pick perception as the attribute to use.
And you said difficulty 6 because of Auspex?
Difficulty, if you've got Auspex heightened senses activated, yes.
I think I would definitely have. We're looking for someone.
No,
so
I
I'm
know.
gonna...
If you don't have them, it's difficulty 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, sorry.
Does
Which is still
attentive apply?
no, attentive does not apply here. No.
I see something.
Okay. Yeah, so
I think everybody did.
you all get when you reach this spot, you all get this sort of uncomfortable feeling. There's a certain miasma in the air about this place, a certain strange wrongness. You can't quite, you don't smell or see or hear anything, but there is an air that hangs over this spot. And in fact, you see the people in town sort of unconsciously just like avoiding this stretch of the wall. You know, they tend to cross over to the other side of the road. They tend to take a different route. Not entirely. Some people still pass this way, but and the people you watch pass by, some of them get like a little shudder as they pass this spot, like something walked over their grave as well. But none of you can really put down what and you don't see any reaction from Ranulf at all. Ranulf just if he feels it, he doesn't give any sort of indication, but the rest of you do feel it in some way.
Is this what being near 5 feels like?
What?
You don't feel that. There's an unease in the air. I don't know. Even the local riffraff. Look, that one
Gordon.
just shook his head at me like.
Thornton's definitely gripped his sword tighter.
You don't see that. You don't feel that, Thronuf.
No, I didn't feel anything other than smelling the usual foul smells of this part of the city.
That's something that can't be it. You felt that too, yeah, God.
Yes.
Something feels weird, different, odd.
I
Even the
felt
kind
it
are
as
feeling
well.
it.
let me put my thesaurus away.
He harumps and mutters something about neonates as he sort of like just kicks the dirt and walks around waiting to see if 5 turns up.
I guess I'll try to walk around a little bit and see if I see a French guy in old armor.
Yeah, James, is there a spot that perhaps I can... I don't know. I'm probably not terribly athletic, so I don't think I'll be climbing up to some high rise or anything, but like, is there maybe a second or third floor balcony I could get to kind of keep an eye on this
I mean,
courtyard sort of situation?
Most of the streets around here are like only single-story buildings, so you could certainly climb onto the roof of a building.
Okay. I would like to get up there and then see if I can use like I mean, my best option really is Auspex heightened senses, but just kind of like take a moment and like literally look at each individual person on a conscious level and see if maybe we could spot this guy before he shows up. If that makes any sense at all?
Yeah, if you like.
But in a way less cool sounding way, I'm gonna stay on the ground. I'm just gonna walk around and check behind corners and see if I find a guy.
I'm thinking awareness, wits. No, awareness, perception, or maybe wits or intelligence at this point. It's just, like I'm trying to make it like a concerted effort.
Alertness is actually looking, or investigation. So investigation is actively looking for something.
Alertness, you said?
Alertness is spotting something. Awareness is feeling something.
Okay,
basically.
gotcha.
But
Okay.
if I think what you're doing is more investigation.
Well, that's the same number
Difficulty?
of dice, so.
Difficulty 6, I'd say.
And then what ability, or not ability? Sorry, at
Perception.
perception. Okay. At 6, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bet.
Okay.
I'll take 3 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you both notice, like, you sort of see it before you hear it. You see a group of people sort of hurrying down the street as though something behind them has given them a fright. And as you look over that way, you hear a voice yell out loudly, 5! And this man comes sprinting down the street. He, as described, is dressed in the armor of a crusader, but the armor is rusted, and several chain links are missing. He wears a white tabard which depicts a black cross entwined by a lily, but the tabard is stained with blood and dirt and probably mud. He himself, he's got the pale complexion of a Canaanite, and you can see as he's yelling, he has fangs as well. But his face has like dried blood and dried mud on it as he's running down the street. I will show you a picture. Ignore the weird symbol on his chest. I couldn't get it to do a lily wrapped around a cross.
Oh, that's a great image of this guy.
Yeah. But yeah, like he's running towards people and then and he doesn't only say 5, but he is largely just babbling, and at this distance, that's the only word you can really glean. The word goes very clearly into what he's yelling. The rest of it is largely just gibberish.
Well, I don't think Kara's ever been accused of being particularly smart. I think I'm gonna run over and try to see if I can like jog alongside him and then try to talk to him.
Yeah, Dornan seeing Kara move, he'd also go in with her.
I think Bogdan, having noticed this crowd wave, push out, and then here comes this guy screaming 5 and whatever. Like I think Bogdan just kind of watches for a moment. What in the name of the holy is he on about? I guess we should get closer, because I guess Bogdan talks to himself now. And so he comes
That
vaulting
seems
down.
very on brand.
Yeah.
I am going to go and approach this in a very loud manner.
Okay, how so?
I spread my arms wide, raise them up a little bit, and go, 5!
It's not a bear.
I'm gonna watch all this
no, like
and
in
then
a
walk
welcoming
along
manner.
the edge.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I got too. So I think
To be fair, though, Kane hasn't actually asked if he's a bear. You don't know.
I'm looking at him.
Is he hairy? James,
Not a
is-
bear.
I mean, look at that
It's-
image. He's kind of hairy. I don't know.
God. Fuck off.
you know,
So I think Bogdan just stands there for a moment, and
at
he's
the
like,
same time. This will be chaotically fun.
yeah. So Bogdan
Alright,
is just standing there, and he's like, this dude comes out. Everybody else is starting to move towards him. He's yelling stuff, and then here comes Aiden. 5! Right back, and Bogdan just stops in its tracks. He's just like, well, shit, this is going to get interesting. I think I'll just go back over here and watch from the distance. Maybe not too distance in case I need to get in there and yell back, but, this will be interesting. So I'm going to go find another balcony a bit closer so I can actively be, or not active, but like actually be in a position to jump in if I need to.
Okay, so when Aiden yells 5, Five turns to him and sprints towards him. And he stops only a few feet from you, Iden, and he goes. So he says this now in French.
Okay.
Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Where are my men? Five.
Come with me, and we shall see
Requiesco.
about your men.
Five. Requiesco.
Come with me, and we shall see about your men.
He sort of looks around a bit, sort of bit panicked, and then he looks back your way and seems to calm a little, and then you all hear a sort of unusual whip twang sound, and an arrow covered in black ichor emerges from Five's chest. And he sort of drops to his knees.
Wait a minute. When I hear the twang, do I have enough time to react and try to grab the arrow?
No, because it's coming from behind him, and you're in front of him.
Okay.
From my vantage point, can I make a roll to see if I can spot where it comes from?
Yep, you can. Give me
I would like to
Difficulty
do as
6, or you want to make it tough?
Okay, so because it's going to be perception and alertness. It's
Yep.
probably going to be. I need to check because it's a person under obfuscate as well.
In that case, it might be a contested roll. I don't know.
Okay, it will be a difficulty 9.
Woo!
Perception and alertness roll.
But I can't just drop a blood point just to get an extra die or something.
Does heightened senses apply?
Heightened sense if you got Psycho will apply, yes. So that will drop it down to difficulty 7.
So 7? Okay, yeah, I think,
Yep.
especially in that
And-
moment of like, oh, where'd that arrow come from? Now I'm gonna be like, oh, let's make the eyes work harder.
Does the specialty attentive apply?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, I didn't
Excellent.
get. Oh, the fucking one. God damn it. Awesome.
Ah,
So my plan is not to see where the arrow came from because I don't know, and it certainly isn't to catch it because I don't know. But I am going to try to run up to him and like hold my shield up to try to block from the direction the arrow came from, and try to see if I can help get him to his feet and see if I can
Yeah.
like, get
does
him out of
does
here.
it look like the arrow is staking him, or is it just in him?
Okay, it hasn't staked him to the point that he is paralyzed, but when you look at him, the his flesh around the arrow is turning black, and this blackness is spreading out across his body, and like his eyes roll back in his head, and like black blood starts to leak out of the corner of his mouth.
On the
Okay,
opposite side, Kara
definitely
is
ripping
I want
that arrow
to
out of him.
also do the block with my shield as well. So we have coverage on both sides.
Um,
and I am going
I'd
to-
like to activate
Sorry.
unseen presence and then go around behind
behind.
behind 5.
Okay, no worries. Cool. Okay, so you activate the presence, so you
I think
don't
you
need
see-
to roll for that. It's just
I
activated.
think when you're, I don't know if I could see that. I don't know if I could actually see you doing that, but I think watching Shiri kind of move in behind and watching the other two with their shields, I'm pointing in that general direction. I don't know. I haven't spotted the actual shooter, but we already know where the arrow came from. But Bogdan thinks he's helping, so he's like, "It that way, that way. It came from that way." He's not
So
really
Iden, can
adding
I get
anything here.
a strength athletics roll to pull out this arrow.
Okay. I will. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and burn 4 blood.
Okay.
I am increasing my strengths. You said strength athletics, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
So
going to
plus-
put all
plus
4
4
into
minus.
strengths.
Yeah. So be plus 4. So you just do the roll and plus 4 in the bonus, or 4 without
Okay.
plus sign. Yep.
And athletics, strength. What's the difficulty?
6.
Okay. Bonus 4. Stop that. 4. Okay. And roll.
Oof.
No, unfortunately.
That arrow is. It's probably like just narratively. I'm thinking like, wow, with
Ooh.
all of that and nothing, I bet that arrow must be like lodged through
Now-
a bone or something.
The problem is, first off, that the arrow has gone. There's no sign of the back of the arrow, so it's gone deep enough into him that the rear of the arrow isn't there. And it's actually a quarrel rather than an arrow, so it's only about 8 inches long.
So it's from a crossbow.
Yeah. So when you grab the front of it, your hand touches the ichor, and you actually take a point of aggravated damage.
Oof.
From the from it burns your skin as it happens. So
Suddenly, sliminess is not a problem.
yeah.
Oh.
And so I think the fact that you fail is more sort of like your body's knee-jerk reaction to let
Wait,
it go.
wait. Is this even though I have gloves on?
If you have gloves on, I'll say what I'll do is we'll say that we'll drop it to this lethal.
Okay.
So you still don't soak it. Effectively, the gloves take some of it out, but it like because your gloves are going to be like cloth, so they're not waterproof gloves like modern gloves.
Right.
So some of the liquid will get through them. It just reduces the damage somewhat.
Okay. I can deal with that.
But it's certainly it's like it'd be like grabbing something covered in acid for a person now, or grabbing like a hot poker. Your instant reaction is to just let it go straight away, and that's why you failed the athletics test.
Right.
So everyone else got this. So Shiri, you're behind where he is right now. Kara, what were you were sort of trying to defend, and Dornan was trying to help him up. Is that got all that right so far?
I was defending the other side. So like,
We've got 2
Carl would be
shields up.
on. Yeah. So we'd be like, they'd be like in the middle of us.
Bogdan, since you are sort of like up high on Overwatch, from the general direction that you saw that you think it came from, you see a figure that looks like this step out, carrying a crossbow, and he just sort of like he's just looking over to see what's going on, and then he just sort of nods and starts to walk off down the street.
Are you gonna show an image? Because we didn't get
Did
what
that
it
come up?
was.
Try again. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
He will certainly stand out in the streets of Jerusalem. That was that was one of those obviously that's a joke sort of deals.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm gonna tell it. Hey, I see the guy. Right there, and I'm gonna start chasing after him. Unfortunately, my celerity is not very good.
I mean, he's walking at a walking speed. So.
Oh well, in that case, I absolutely can close in on him. Do I get the sense of him being canine, or is he kind?
Give me a perception alertness roll, difficulty 7 or difficulty 5 because you got heightened senses going right now.
Looks like a couple of successes. Actually, it looks like 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where was that 4 successes a moment ago?
I
You are
know,
pretty-
right?
You're pretty sure that he is canine. Like it's hard to tell. Like his skin tone is dark as it is, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
how pale it is.
Am I close enough to do? God, hold on. Let me look this up because I almost screwed it up before.
Can I follow Bogdan?
Sure.
No, Bogdan sets his own trail. No, I'm just joking. Dread Gaze requires me to have their attention on me, right?
Yeah, he's got his back.
Yeah, and he's got his back. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I want to close on him and just catch him. See, give him the vampiric version of WTF, mate.
Okay, so is your initial approach to grab his shoulder or to say something to him?
I think I'm gonna. I think kind of at the same time, you're like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm gonna grab his shoulder at the same time.
All right.
I think
So-
once I see the failed attempt to pull it out and the burn,
Yep.
I would also like to try and like Kara sees that it's probably going to hurt and is going to go for it anyways to try to save it.
I have not let go of it.
Yeah, you did.
I am going to try
you did.
again.
Well, then I'm going to grab over your hand and help yank. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
I want to get this. I want to get this out.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you 2 bonus dice then for Kara helping.
Okay. Do it now.
Yep.
Six, 7, 6. Roll.
Okay.
1,
no
2,
worries.
3, minus
Once-
2.
Yeah, once
One.
Got the one.
Oh my god.
Got one.
Okay.
Wow, that
Fucking
thing was really
ones.
lodged in there.
All right. So rather than dealing you another lethal, I'm just going to upgrade that original lethal to an aggravated now because enough of it's soaked through that you've taken that base aggravated
Especially
damage.
with Kara's hand.
All right.
And you rip out the quarrel. 5 slumps forward onto the ground. He was already narratively dead. I was just extending out the scene.
Mm-hmm.
The initial attack did enough damage to how I kill him. But yeah, his body starts to then
Start
crumble
aging.
into dust and ash. But you have pulled the quarrel out, and the quarrel is now intact in your hand, and you're now holding it by the part which is not coated in some sort of ichor. Bogdan, you.
James,
yes,
before you
do
go
I
anymore-
reckon?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say, James, I would like to refine my move if I can. When I say whatever it was I said and I grab his shoulder, my intent really is to get that eye to eye, so I can hit him with that. Oh god, I already forgot what it is. Hold on.
Dread gaze.
Dread gaze.
Him
Yes.
with that light skin stare.
Hit him with that dread gaze, and what I want to do is I want to freeze him in place, not
Okay.
like little, but like in the fight, freeze sort of mechanic. Like I want to stop him in his tracks.
Okay, so when you grab his shoulder to turn him, he rounds on you and already has a wicked-looking dagger in his hand with more of this ichor on it. Like he's not striking. It's more sort of like the dagger up, ready to stab if you're actually a real threat. And then you're going to try your dread gaze,
Which I don't remember. I know there's a dice roll and probably some
There's
blood.
definitely
Charisma and intimidation versus difficulty of wits plus courage. Do I need to spend blood?
As soon as Dornan sees the dagger comes up, he's like swiftly moving towards with his sword drawn.
Okay, so that'll be difficulty 9, in fact.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. That's nothing. It's horrible. Let's see, charisma. Difficulty 9. I don't suppose it doesn't say I need to spend any blood, but I imagine spending blood doesn't do any good here. Yeah.
No, it's not a physical trait.
That's what I thought. Okay, I had to try though. All right. Well, here goes nothing.
No. Okay.
That would be a failure. So I have a dagger in my face now.
So you bare your fangs and hiss.
Yeah.
And now even I think he's sort of doesn't cow him, but he certainly sees what you're doing. And he says, "I have no quarrel with you."
I see what you did there.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Somebody hit me the other day. One of my deliveries, I gave the customer the package. He's like, "Oh, it's a bunch of elastic in here. This is exactly what I was looking for, or waiting for, or whatever." And it doesn't look like there's a lot, but this will really last a long time. I was like, "Yeah, you can really stretch it out." So yeah, don't worry. I can sometimes get a good pickup line in there.
Nice.
So Bogdan says, "But you had the quarrel for that man, and we have a problem with that. So please, let's see what's going on for real here, eh?"
He was a murdering heathen. He killed thousands of innocent Muslims in the city 100 years ago.
Bygones be bygones, yes? Our God, your God, same God.
His death is only partial payment for what was taken from us.
But surely we could come to a better deal than murdering each other out on the streets like this.
Does he have? What's his reaction to the Crusader bearing down on him with a sword drawn?
I mean, he doesn't appear threatened. Like, I mean, I don't know if are you running into attack or are you running into threaten or what?
I'm running in to defend Bogdan.
Okay, so he's probably lowered the dagger down to the point that like he's determined that Bogdan is not a threat that requires stabbing.
No, it's just a threat that requires, will you shut the fuck up and go away?
Yeah.
Can I roll charisma and I don't know, empathy to try to get this guy to tell me his motives beyond just This guy killed some couple hundred Muslims.
Right. So you said you come out of Unseen Presence?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a charisma and charisma expression, I think, in this case.
Expression. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a difficulty of 8, though. All right. So
I'll drag myself across that finish line.
no worries.
Yes. 'Cause apparently,
Yeah.
Dread Gaze is one of my greatest powers. This is exactly 0 times it's worked for me in the 2 times I've tried it.
He puts his dagger away. So I don't know if Dornan does anything with his sword, but
Yeah, he will put it away, but he'll still come over.
As I'm looking at this quarrel,
Yes.
do I recognize how the
Nice.
ichor was made?
I don't think that this is something that you would have attained knowledge of yet in your canite exposure.
Then I will examine it closely and
Lick it, I dare
very
you.
carefully put it into a shoot.
A plastic
Nice.
container because
I
plastic
will
is
just-
totally
I will
ruined.
just hold on to it.
Okay.
Very,
The way this
very,
and
icon,
very gently. She's like, no, I don't want it. Oh, I probably shouldn't use a green thing on there.
the ichor flows like blood, but it is way too black to be blood.
Right.
And it doesn't. It smells foul and corrupt. You know, there's a hint of blood beneath it, but it's
Oh,
like
and
blood.
I'm holding it sideways so it doesn't get on me.
Yeah, I now that you've got the quarrel out, I'm happy that you won't expose yourself to it any further. Basically, that's fine.
Right.
Right. So the man says to you all, "I am Rashid ibn Masafia of Clan Asamite. That man, 5, as he was called, and his companions massacred people in the city in 1099 at the end of the Second Crusade, and then vanished for 100 years, or nearly 100 years. Now that he has reappeared, his blood was due.
Can I roll to detect bullshit?
Yeah, sure. So that would be
I-
wits and empathy.
That
All right. I'm
is
sorry,
he
what'd you say?
talking to
Wits?
me?
No, he's
No, he's talking
talking
to
You and I are
you're- yeah.
You and
Yeah,
I
you
are
guys-
somewhere else.
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
still over there by 5.
Difficulty.
It's gonna be an opposed roll, so difficulty 6, and I'll roll his.
Okay.
His.
And
if he's
that's-
I'll roll dice. And
All
if
right.
he's
What's an
bullshitting,
empathy
he
at
rolls.
6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Or
you've
I'll
got-
just whip it. That's cool.
At least you
Um,
didn't botch it.
Bogdan
That's
is,
true.
I think Bogdan is just
Yeah.
gonna go with. I understand your complaints, my friend. I'm sure over the years many Muslims killed many Christians and many Christians killed many Muslims, and let's not forget, of course, the Jew. That doesn't change what is more important here tonight. We were sent to collect this man, to bring him to our mentor. You have put a foul onto that, and we must find some way to resolve this. Yes. Yes, I think we should resolve this somehow. And I would like to use some sort of charming capability. I don't have any like power necessarily, but
Yeah, I mean, like same way that Shiri
Aw.
tried to endear herself.
expression is the one I want to use, I imagine.
Yeah, charisma expression.
Okay, difficulty, or is it going to be opposed?
Difficulty 8.
8. Oof. Can I use some of my salesman bullshit? That's not a thing. I know. I know.
That's why you have high points in those stats.
Yeah, right. I
Okay,
got
so
some
it's-
successes though.
He says, "Look, I wish you no harm. I owe you nothing, nor have anything to offer you. The man is dead. His soul has been given in payment for what he did. I have nothing else that I can offer, nor tell you.
one last question, friend. Was this of your
I'm not
own
your friend,
volition?
pal. No, sorry.
Now listen here, you bastard.
Sorry, your question was? Was this of my volition?
Is this of your own volition, or were you hired?
This was of my own will.
Okay.
I saw the massacre perpetrated here.
I will leave you with this, my friend. If we continue to kill each other, eventually the whole world goes blind. Perhaps we need to find other ways to resolve our problems. Forgiveness is a long... Oof, hold on. I had the words. I had them. Forgiveness is but the first step on a long path towards redemption. Murder is nowhere near this track.
He does like a small bow and mutters some Islamic blessing. Like some sort of farewell or blessing. You're not entirely sure. And unless anyone stops him, he does turn to walk away.
I will respond in Arabic, a also polite, leaving gesture of goodwill.
It's something like like go with God or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Effectively is what he says.
I think Bogdan just stands and he wants to stop him. He can't really do much to stop him because obviously he's not a very physically oriented character. Christ, he's barely. I think he might have a knife on him, if I'm lucky. No, I think I have a sword, but yeah, I think it just has to let him go. And he just looks at Shiri and Dornan, and it's just like that. I wish that had gone better.
He basically steps into the shadows, and the shadows embrace him, and he's gone.
Yeah. That's the Assamites and their goddamn obfuscate and obtenebration. No, wait, obtenebration is the Sombra.
Yeah, what was that about?
So he's apparently got obfuscate 4.
I don't know this guy. I don't know any better, in or out of character.
If he can disappear in front of us, that's 4.
Well, he just kind of. I assumed he just walked off and then, eventually into the shadows disappeared.
No. He literally.
He made Batman look like a chump. Got it.
Yeah.
He Batmaned us, but with vampire flair.
Yeah.
Have you seen the videos on YouTube where it's Batman, but he every time he does like a smoke bomb, you see him running away?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the stupidest run too.
But yeah, I think Bogdan just looks at the other two and he's like, well, that could have gone much better. I don't know. Oof. I really don't want to report failure to Marnaris, but...
I also gather up some of the ashes.
Yes.
I want to
just
start
in-
picking
just
through any pouches or anything that might be left on his clothing, and while we're both apparently looting him and his dust.
In front of everybody, I want to point out.
He just turned to dust. That's already notable enough. Like,
Just saying.
pickpocketing is less strange than a man turning into dust.
I think Bogdan just looks at the other two. He's like, all right, yeah, that sucked. I don't want to have to deal with that,
Well,
but
we're
whatever.
in
And then
different
looks at the
places.
other two at the other end of the courtyard and he's like, I'm not going to be associated with them. They're acting like known criminals right now.
Well,
So
I look out while we're pilfering through. I'll say, I think once it was in, there wasn't anything to do. I think it might have been in his blood.
Yeah, probably.
So
Regardless,
he has
maybe somebody has spirit touch and can see what happened here and not just have to take our word for it.
his armor is functionally useless. He does have the white tabard over the top. He has a sword belt with a scabbard, but no sword in it. Checking his pouches, he has three pouches, 2 of which are empty. The last one contains a small bloodstained Bible written in French.
I guess
French,
I'll-
not Latin?
French.
Interesting.
Those heathens in Francia don't want to read shit in Latin. They want to read it in their native tongue. I don't know why I said it like that.
I'll take the I'll fold up the tabard and take the Bible. And then I'll
I'm
wait for the
gonna-
others to come back.
I'm gonna go back to where.
Yeah, I'm not taking a
Yeah.
direct path to the looters. I'm gonna kind of skirt around the edges
Yeah, let's assume you guys reconnect somewhere nearby the scene, having gotten what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably only really left the sword belt and the armor on the ground in a pile of ash.
Yeah. Everybody else is going, where did ash come from? Somebody dumped their drill here?
I will mention to, was it Kara?
Mhm.
I will mention, perhaps we should take all of the equipment to give him a proper burial.
Would that be his custom?
Seemed Christian enough for a burial. I don't know if perhaps he had any other wishes.
I think I asked that question, and Bogdan starts talking, and I just turn to Dornan and I say, "What is the custom?"
Yeah, you could take it and bury it with him, or
There-
put it
there
on
is
top of
a-
his grave.
There is a Christian cemetery in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the option existed to simply take him outside the city and bury him somewhere on Holy Land.
His equipment's too old to be reused.
Well, he's one of your people. If you want to do the courtesies, then
I nod. I'll nod and take the body and then go start heading towards the Christian cemetery.
Well, there's no body; it's just the armor, basically. So-
Yeah.
we got
Oh
a
yeah,
bundle
sorry,
of
the
ash and
I
armor.
don't know why I said that. No, I know.
Ashes and armor.
Yeah, I know it's ash. I don't know why I said body. Armor.
That's right.
I guess while we're walking there to do that, I'll flip through the Bible and see if he's written anything in his Bible.
I think he's the sort of person that would have probably underlined like some favorite passages. It's definitely talking about a person of faith.
Okay. I mean, I can't read any of it. I'm just looking to see if it was done. So
Yeah.
we can talk about it later.
I think as we're making our way through the city, Bogdan is walking close to Kara. Let me define what I mean by that.
Yeah. What is the air quotes for
So,
that? What are you
so
trying to
Bogdan,
condition
as
here?
we know, Bogdan does not understand personal space, right?
Okay.
But he's also learned that Kara has a cold shoulder. And sometimes she's not afraid to throw that cold shoulder in somebody's face if you're too close for too long. So he's learned that with Kara in particular, maybe this is too close. Maybe this is okay. And so he's walking beside her. He says, when you say you people, I think what you mean are the sons and daughters of Christ, yes?
And I sort of gesture towards the tavern, and then I gesture towards Crusader Man.
Perhaps calling us you people, or them people, or those people, your people, whatever the words you like to use, perhaps simply just calling them Christian would be the better sobriquet to use, yes?
They were both warriors of the Christ God. That seems
Yes.
more specific.
Perhaps. I see. I think Christian would be a better term. Maybe Crusader would have been a more accurate term for these two in particular, but certainly better than your people, with those people. Listen, I am no judge. It just seems like this world is already pretty dark as it is. Perhaps a little bit of light from time to time to make things easier.
Sorry.
Yes.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to imagine a vampire actually needing to sneeze right now. I can't.
So Darius,
Hi.
regarding what he said to you, so 'cause you're quite versed in languages, and
Yes.
along with 5, if something is wrong, recommend. One thing he said to you was requiesco, which is Latin.
Yes.
But it's Latin out of context, so it basically means sleep. But the exact Latin word for sleep is requiescat. Requiesco would only make sense if it was like as part of a sentence, because it's like a present tense of sleep. So to say like he is asleep is different from just saying the word sleep.
Sleeper must
And
awaken.
saying requiesco on its own is like, you can have underwhelm and overwhelm, but whelm doesn't really exist it's not used as a separate word unless you're in Europe. But yeah, so it was an odd use of, like, to say a single word in Latin outside the context of the sentence it would be used in is strange.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, it
And
means like sleep or rest or relaxation.
right. And I'm wondering if there are others somewhere underneath the city. Perhaps in torpor.
He did ask, "Where are my men?"
He did. Anyway, definitely taking the ashes to somebody who has spirit's touch. Hopefully. Hopefully.
I feel like that's probably going to be being between you and Dornan. So we know what he wants
Not
to do
over
with the
here.
ashes.
Spirit's
Yes.
touch we can't sell. I don't know why I
Does,
said that in
does
character.
Dornan have Auspex at 3?
No.
Then we need to find somebody else.
Irish, mate. But they're in a
Well,
whole other city.
Bernardus is a Malkavian. Auspex is a Malkavian discipline.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Good old mouse.
And so let's go back to the Malkavian and report
Sounds good.
and
I
let
think as
him
we get-
examine the ashes.
I think as we get
You happy to
closer
tag
and
along for now,
closer.
Shiri?
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry?
Is Shiri happy to tag along with the group still for now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
curious about what they're gonna do with this guy's ashes.
Okay.
We're gonna crush him up
Yeah,
real fine. and snort him.
for some body language stuff for Dornan. When the conversation starts about taking the ashes somewhere other than where you want to bury a fellow warrior, Kara has the body language of like, I am 100% on your side. Like, as soon as that comes up, Kara thinks it's about to be an argument, and you are 100% physically backed up by Kara for whatever your opinion is on the ashes of your fellow warrior.
He'll like put a hand like in the calming motion, and he's like, "Yes, we should make sure it's not desecrated before we send them off. But we will be taking them to the cemetery after we are finished." With no
Of course. Of course.
Bogdan is indifferent on this particular topic. Bogdan talks a good game, but he's not really religious.
If you recall, I am the one who first suggested picking up the clothing to bury it.
Yes, I am just being clear.
Of
He
course.
nods.
All right. You head back to Bernardus's.
Bernardus.
Bernardus.
Look at Shiri. Like, I suppose it's your turn for a friend of a friend deal. Come meet friend of a friend for us.
So you head back out to outside of the walls to this house, and Bernardus is actually inside. He's returned, and you can see that his face is covered in bloody tears, as he just sits in his one chair, crying into his own hands, and a small puddle of blood of tears on the ground before him, and he looks up when he sees you. I heard what happened with 5.
Already?
I have
News
people
travels
in-
fast.
Yes, I have people in the city. They told Timothy and Paul. They told me.
Do you have the ability to use what is called Spirit's Touch?
Yes, I can.
I have brought you the weapon that killed him with an ichor on it that is capable of causing aggravated damage or aggravated wounds. And I take my glove off and show him the burn. And then I put my glove back on and I offer him the ashes. If
Thank
you
you.
wish, would you please use Spirit's Touch on the ashes and on this bolt and see what we can find out?
I can. But first, I do know a little more than I first told you. I had hoped that it would not need to come to light, because he would bring 5 here, but with his death and the knowledge that someone out there is hunting him and his allies, I feel it important to share what I already knew. He stands up and sort of goes and stands by the window, pensively looking out as he tells his story. Nearly 100 years ago, when the Second Crusade swept through Jerusalem, the man that you found tonight was one of the few survivors. I actually saw him back then. He was a man by the name of Sir Gabriel de Bourgenac, a Ventrue by blood, Frenchman by birth. He arrived in Jerusalem with the Crusaders along with 4 others. He led them, a group that called themselves the Knights of the Lily. When I saw him last, he was sane, rational. And then at the end of the crusade, when Jerusalem fell, the whole city just turned to blood. The Cainites were within the walls, fell upon the people, fell upon each other. The rivers, the wells of Jerusalem ran with blood for weeks. De Bourgenac and his 4 allies were survivors, but driven mad by whatever had happened. After the slaughter, they still screamed for more blood, and then they vanished into the depths beneath the city. And until recently, no one had seen or heard from them. My clanmates and I would search for them, but we were forbidden by ancient oath from entering the deepest labyrinth beneath the city. The Nosferatu warned us of dangers there that even Cainites could not defeat. Yet, this man, this 5 as he now called himself, survived down there for nearly 100 years. Something down there sustained him. Whatever overwhelmed them would have overwhelmed me as well if my sire had not prevented me from entering Jerusalem on the night the weeks of blood started. I believe
this sounds like somebody enacted a ritual.
I'm afraid it's much more than that. There are some in my clan who believe that our progenitor, Malkav, rests beneath Jerusalem. And it may have been all the death in the city that roused our antediluvian from his torpor. And in his waking moments, the city fell upon itself. Whatever happened quieted Malkav's dreams, but if there is any risk or concern that 5 or his allies found Malkav down there, then that is a secret that I would give my unlife to discover and protect.
Goodness.
Interesting.
This is most interesting. I don't even know where to begin. It seems as though there's much more going on than we thought. I guess that's to be expected. Story, a mystery for the ages, perhaps. The antediluvian. Here, perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'll look at Dorn and hold up the French Bible.
Hmm.
Is this something to stay with your warrior, or can this be a gift?
I'll hold my hand out and take it. I'll like flip through it. If there's nothing like personal in it, I'll just hang on to it.
I'm thinking I can't read it, but maybe some of the things in there might give some significance to our friend Bernardo.
I nod. Is there? Can I do like a quick glance through and see if there is anything written in French?
So the Bible itself is written in French, but he hasn't made any notes. He's just underlined favorite passages.
What are the passages? Are there like any relevant passages that are underlined?
Let me see. Give me a intelligence and theology roll. Difficulty 7.
I'm dumb as bricks.
Yeah, you got one success though.
But you did it.
It's a Bible. It has words in it.
You
Some of
might
those
not
words
know
are
much, but you
underlined.
know your Bible.
So your impression here is this is somebody who was religious because that was what was expected of someone in his like. So yes, he's a man of faith. He fought on God's side, but these are very pedestrian things. He's underlined. The sort of things that your preacher in church would tell you to underline. So
Write this down. There's a test.
Yeah, it doesn't portray a man of like pure devotion. It portrays a man who is basically was raised Christian and operates Christian, but yeah, it's incongruous with the concept of a man who is completely devoted to his faith.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's probably stuff that he needs to remember, as opposed to stuff he wants to remember that gets highlighted or underlined or whatever.
Here's the bit which tells me I can slay the heathen.
Yeah. Slay the heathen. That's good. Protect the innocent. Also good.
Dorna's just nodding along to most of the things that are underlined. He's like, yeah, makes sense. Yep. Clear. Yeah, I like this one. He points at he's like, yeah, this is Sable. And he points to one and looks over at Kara. Like expecting you to understand it without like giving context. And he'll like go back to reading it, and then he'll like wait a second and he'll like, oh, yeah, this is what it says here. And then he'll give you like a little small explanation of it, realizing that you probably have no fucking clue what's being written.
Now, so Bernardus, so he's still got the thing to do. Spirit's touch. Says before I try to connect with this, may I make a request of you? I know I've already asked so much, but I need you to understand how dire the situation is.
I think Bogdan is like, that's 3 requests, friend. After this, you have to pay us. Yes, but he's got a jovial smirk on his face. He's obviously making a joke here, trying to break the mood because it seems to be getting a little somber, a little heavy.
As I said, us Malkavians cannot enter the deep labyrinths by ancient pact, and the factions within Jerusalem would struggle with each other over the rights to go there. And that being said, I don't even know where in the labyrinth you would begin to look, but I think that we have some clues. I might be able to find something by drawing out the spirits from within these trappings. Perhaps the mud upon the clothing. There is an apothecary in town I can point you to. His name is Hamil Ibn Fraidin. He could potentially tell you more about the mud, where it might have come from in the labyrinth. I know that when 5 first appeared, he appeared at the Christian cemetery on Zion Hill. The Cappadocians claim that graveyard as their home. Maybe they have information that they've not yet shared. There's also, I heard stories that on the night that 5 first appeared, Hezekiah's well, a major source of water here in Jerusalem, ran red with blood. Maybe you could find some more clues there as well.
That is a lot of leads.
Yeah.
For now, let me. Before I do this as well, I'm sorry, Bolton. Yes.
Yes, yes, my friend.
You asked for payment. I would give you all that I have. All that I have, however, is not much. But
No. I was making jest. I thought the mood was getting a bit heavy in here. I wanted to make a joke, but it didn't land well. Don't sweat it. I'm sure our sires will take care of us.
very well, thank you.
I do have a list of. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say I do have a list of expenses I need covered. However,
Yeah.
I believe they call this a receipt of bill.
But could I get you to verify my travel voucher?
Can you validate my parking at least?
My poor horse just sitting out there, no one's watching it.
All right. All right. Let me pull up Spirit's Touch then, so we can. So there is the ash, there is the clothing, there is the bolt, the quarrel.
Yep.
Where should we start?
Quarrel.
The quarrel first. Okay.
It'll be less emotional for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay. So it's going to be perception empathy 5. All right.
Three.
He holds the quarrel. Right. The man that used this is he's of our blood. He is an Assamite. He concocted this foul ichor through some dark ritual of his own blood. He hunts the 5 crusaders. He as a child, or he as a man, lay dying at the hands of these men during the weeks of blood, and his sire embraced him that night, brought him into one life. But before that happened, he saw his whole family slain by 5 and his allies. He has sworn upon his own blood to see them all slain. And no, it was Ranulf that told him where to find 5. He paid
Slimy
Ranulf.
in more ways than one.
He paid Ranulf for the information, and even though Ranulf gave it to us, he still also told this man where to find him. He sort of drops the quarrel at that point in time, sort of a bit overcome.
James, real quick, what was the Assamite's name? I'm pretty sure you gave it to us. I just didn't get time to write it down.
His name was, or is, Rashid ibn Musafir.
Even who? Musafia?
I'll put it into the chat on the
Foundry?
On the Foundry. There you go.
Oh, Musafia. Okay. I believe Ibn is father of.
No, son of.
Is it son? I always get those two confused. Son of. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's son
It
of.
is. I just looked it up.
it is. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Ben is father of, I guess. Like I said, I always get the two confused.
Bin is daughter of.
Bin Laden?
Oh no. Sorry, Bin is son of, and Bint is daughter of. That's right. Yeah.
Or I guess there's a couple of different ones. Ibn and Bin might be the same. Anyway, I digress. I just wanted to get his name from my notes.
Yeah.
Before we got too much further on.
I mean,
Yeah.
he did tell us that, he was doing it out of a personal grudge.
Yeah. I mean, this information basically validates and gives us a little bit more context to work with. And so Bogdan, when he hears all this, Bogdan's over there going, okay, he might have had a point. I might have been wrong, but still, maybe blood doesn't always have to beget blood. And he's just like, I'm just gonna go sit down.
I suppose there is a terrible cost here, then, isn't there? I mean, 5 told you something. What was the word he said? You said he said I'm assuming you told me, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll repeat the Latin word.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Rec-
Resquieto or something?
Requiesco. Yeah. I will also put it into the chat.
That's
There
it.
we go. He's given you part of a message. I mean, if you found the rest of the message, then maybe you too would hold that secret. But what a terrible secret to hold.
I suspect that his other 4 compatriots are in torpor under the city. And that he was probably in torpor and recently rose.
He places a hand on the pile of ash. We could find out.
Yes.
All right. All right. Gonna do his roll. Let's see. Gonna use willpower for this one as well. All right. He focuses on, and you sort of see like he has his eyes closed, and his eyebrows move like, you know, the rapid eye movement, the dreaming as he's sort of seeing something. And he sort of starts saying, "No, my men, they've been taken. Worshippers of the devil came. They took the other 4. I have to find them. Requiesco." And he starts to like tear at his own face and scream. As
Is he supposed
something
to do that?
overwhelms him.
Do we stop him?
No, he is not supposed to do that.
Bogdan is definitely looking at this going, this is a bit more, this is outside my wheelhouse.
He is going deeper than he should.
I start stabbing at him. Barnardus, pull yourself out, man. I think Bogdan's like literally like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm afraid to touch him.
Okay, you do your whole like snapping thing, whatever. I'm just gonna reach out and slap him. See if it brings him like back to reality, and see if it like takes his hand off the ash and breaks the connection.
Yeah, I know he's already taken his hand
gravity.
off. Yeah, you slap him, and he goes to the ground, and is not moving. He seems, I mean, like, it's hard to say he seems unconscious, because for a vampire he seems dead because he has no other no other obvious signs of life. But yeah, he is out at the moment.
I'm sorry. I'm having one of those moments.
I would like to examine him.
Yeah. Unzip his trousers. We'll see if he wakes up then.
You believe he's in torpor?
I will try to feed him some of my blood.
Okay.
I
will mark off a point of my blood.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea. Doesn't that make him your... Wait, you become...
No. I am not fully blood bonding him. That would take 3 days and 3 drinks.
Oh, good. Just say...
Well, he's a worse generation than you, so... all right. I think that he stirs, and his eyes come open, but his pupils are like fully blown out, and he's sort of mumbling. I'm sorry, my friends.
It's okay. You went too deep.
His mind has touched something so terribly powerful. It nearly overtook me as well.
Yes, I could tell. Perhaps it is up to you whether you wish to try his clothing or not, but perhaps it will be less intense than his ashes. I think take the
take the clothing to the apothecary first. See what you can learn through more temple means. And
I will take a sample of the dirt to the apothecary. Before that, we are going to bury him,
Well,
as
If
is
you-
appropriate.
if you take him to the Temple Mount graveyard, then speak with the Cappadocians there. Look for Adam. Adam will help you. He is a friend. He's an ally.
Very well. Thank you.
James, what was the name of that cemetery you said?
The Temple Mount.
Oh, we're going to the Temple Mount, are we?
Correct. Yes,
Oh,
yes, Tamina, we are going. We are moving to the temple.
Temple Mount. Okay, so for me, out of character, I am sure this has some significance. I am just oblivious to what that significance is.
The Temple Mount,
Yes.
it's the big area where all the Muslims and Jews and Christians fight over. Or
yeah.
the,
At this point in time in history, are Jews even allowed on the Temple Mount?
Yeah. I mean, I think that they, because it's the Zion Mount. It's also known as Mount Zion. So I think that there you already have like the temple at Mount Zion as well, which is already it's a Hebrew temple.
Right,
it's a
but
pretty-
like,
yeah.
I know at least in modern times, like Jewish law speaking, they're not allowed there
Yeah.
because of this destroyed temple.
Yeah, but the temple isn't destroyed yet in this time period. I don't think.
I don't know.
I- You know what's great? I don't know, and Kara doesn't know either.
I think it was destroyed by the Roman Empire for like the second
Yeah, I
time.
think-
So
yeah.
that definitely has already happened,
Oh,
like in 70, 80 or something like that.
yeah,
Well, there's certainly a lot of information on just the wiki
Yes.
that I'm not going
was
to be able to.
later
pour
renovated
through.
by King Herod and was ultimately destroyed by the Roman Empire in 70 CE.
ah,
Well, at any rate, I guess we're going to the Temple Mount, bury this dude, and then see Adam. I got the order of that backwards, but yes.
I guess Kara, because Kara has no idea what this is. It's just like
Along for the ride.
maybe.
Okay, so
Do we
I
need
will offer. I
Paul-
will offer one.
Paul to
Sorry,
take us
one
there?
correction. Sorry, the Christian graveyard is not on Zion Mountain. It's beside Zion Gate.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can go there.
Oh, I didn't even think about it with your character being Jewish. Oh, I didn't even put it all together. Duh.
Yeah.
Now I know why you're asking.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm dense. I apologize.
Yeah, because it's at the base of the road. Because the cemetery is at the base of the road, which leads to Mount Zion, which is also where the Cunningham is where the Last Supper was held.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's at the gate. Okay. I don't want to accidentally get murdered because I broke Jerusalem law first session. It's
Certainly
stamped.
worse things have happened.
Right?
yeah.
James, is this a good place to stop? Should we do some more? Maybe it's up to you.
I think so. So, in terms of the next steps you've got, because we can maybe knock over one more scene.
Okay.
Depending on, I mean, first off, your availability too, because it's now
I'm-
it's half past midnight for those on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm good, but I'm
Good.
it's still kind
I'm
of early.
good.
in the
I
evening for
do
me.
have work at 7 a.m., but I'm fine to keep going if you guys
Okay. I
want.
mean, I wouldn't go more than half an hour, for example.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's totally doable.
Yeah,
by
that's
me.
fine.
Okay,
I'm-
so I guess
That's what we're scheduled for anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
so. Would you like to go to do the graveyard, the well, or the apothecary?
Are we looking at the city map
First,
and we have
first,
fast travel
I-
to these different locations?
They have quest marks on them.
first thing
Yeah.
I'm doing is securing a sample of the dirt off of the clothing.
Yep.
Then we are going to the graveyard,
Okay.
unless anybody objects to that.
Bogdan will just kind of look over at Bernardus. Be like, "So, Master Bernardus, you'll be okay if we leave. We're gonna go bury this man. We'll see your man Adam when we get there. Hopefully, if we can find him. Although it shouldn't be too hard. He'll probably have the stench of death about him. Those Cappadocians, from what I hear. Are you good? Are you going to be okay?"
Yes, I will. I thank you.
Very well. Then I think we have no other reason. Again, I keep wanting to look at my watch, but I don't have a watch yet. What time is it? Like probably like midnight 1?
You have a pocket sundial.
A pocket sundial, yeah.
About 1 a.m. I'd say you've probably got about 5 to 6 hours, between 5
Okay.
and 6 hours until sunrise.
Yeah. In that case, yes. Let us go see a man about the grave. Bogdan is totally non-contemporary phrasing. Alright, I guess we'll select the grave quest marker.
Okay. And change the audio a bit. So you head over to the Zion Gate and the wall there, to a large open air cemetery, with several sepulchres as well, several tombs. At this time of night, it seems it has that sort of eerie, empty quality to it. You know, the cool air of the night and compared with the hot desert day has sort of led to a light mist hanging about a foot above the ground through the cemetery as you head in. There are definitely signs of recent tracks through the cemetery. It's definitely a place which it sees regular foot traffic, and you can actually see there's a few torches burn to provide some light around the cemetery as well. There is nobody out here immediately obvious. You seem to be on your own when you arrive at the cemetery.
Hmm.
Well,
Is
this seems to
there
be the
a
place.
house or a
Mausoleum?
temple or something like that?
I mean, there are certainly like larger sepulchres. There is no sort of like obvious there's no grave digger's hut, for example. Largely, the cemetery is like self-managed. Effectively, you know, a larger space has been allocated than is currently used, and so, but the land itself has obviously been blessed, and so you can come and, you know, if you want to bury your Christian loved one here, you come and you dig a hole and you put them in and you put whatever marker you feel is necessary.
Well, do we have a shovel?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you keep that shovel in your inventory there, Darius?
No,
Or did you dispose of it? Did it break?
no.
Oh, we don't have to worry about durability.
I did not say
let's
that I was
assume-
keeping it.
Let's assume there are courtesy.
Oh, there's somebody
Shovel
selling
for-
shovels for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot your shovel at home?
Yeah, come
For
to bury
50
your dead without a
shekels, you may
shovel.
have one.
For 1 gold piece, you can have one, and you can even take it with you when you leave.
Yeah, I'm
Look,
just gonna look at Dornan and say, you know, whatever your tradition is here.
I would
I
start
don't
digging.
know it.
I'd start digging.
I'm gonna find a shovel and help dig. Every now and again, make a comment about a rock that he catches his shovel on. Stupid rock.
Do you dig like Derek Zoolander mines?
Yes, I think he does. It's just totally like he's trying to make it look good, and he doesn't really do anything super helpful. He, like, at one point, I'm pretty sure he grabs a shovel of dirt and puts it back in the hole.
It's one of those people like digs in, but like, as you pull a shovel out, you're losing half the dirt back into the hole.
Yeah,
You go,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly. It all ends up on his boot.
By the time you finish turning with the shovel, you've dumped most of the rest of
Yep.
that half, like spread out on top of where we're digging.
I'm totally motivated to be helpful. I'm helping.
What are the rest of you doing while Dornan and Bogdan are digging?
I'm supervising.
Okay.
Of course you are, you son of a bitch.
I'm gonna ask Dornan.
Your idea.
I'll ask Dornan if, you know, As long as it's not swearing any fealty to your god, what do you need me to do to help?
Or if you're good at crafting, maybe a cross or something like that, something to mark his grave.
Okay, I'll try to make something to serve as a headstone.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
normally I
gonna
would
help Kara.
suggest. Normally I would suggest using his sword, but we don't have sword with us.
I see twigs over there. Perhaps maybe a thicker branch somewhere to make the crosspiece.
Sherry and I will make this work. I'm just leaving them. Anything to get away from Bogdan.
Wow.
I love how my character has become the asshole of the group without even trying. He's just like, he's trying to be a helpful good guy. And he's just like, no, I fucking hate that guy. I love it. I love it. So what I'm hearing, Kane, is that Bogdan is your rival. If this was Alias, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess once we step far enough away, I'll look at Sherry and say, "Do you make things?"
I craft with metals.
I can sew.
Looking at the sticks, like, what the fuck do we do with sticks?
Hold on.
We'll make this work. We'll make a cross out of sticks, and I'll etch like 5 into the horizontal
No,
stick.
I actually have carpentry.
Yeah, but we're not asking for your help. We wandered off to go do this while you're supervising their digging. We're at a different
Okay.
place than you right now.
Okay. Okay.
All right. To those digging,
Yeah.
a man just sort of appears out of the shadows, and like not like fades into view. Just like he was there one moment,
Shows
we were
up.
looking, and then he's there the next.
Yeah.
He looks like this. One side of his face has burn scars, and his eye on that side is milky white.
Oh,
Ah, Adam, I presume.
Hey, I don't know you. I'm gonna stab the shovel into the dirt, climb up out of the hole that I absolutely 100% helped make, and then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna shake his head. I am Bogdan. Are you Adam, perhaps?
Yes.
Well, we totally might expect you.
I have not had the pleasure.
Hi, I'm Bogdan. I am not from around here, visiting for a few nights.
He looks over at Dornan and Iden.
Oh yes, a comrade.
I am
Yeah.
Iden Nightshade, and I give him a half bow.
And everybody wants to talk over him. I just imagine Bogdan actually for a moment is just a little bit salty and getting pushed around. Just a little bit. He'll be fine in a moment.
You talk too much.
That's my job. My job is talking. Selling is talking. Adam, my friend, come. I don't have refreshments. I don't even know what to offer you. But this is your grave. Yes, this is your cemetery.
My clan use this for some of our specific rituals. Yes.
I'm not sure
see
if I
you
like
dig-
the way that started, but okay, sure, go ahead.
I see you digging a grave, yet I see no body.
We have the ashes and the remains.
Of one of us, a Canite.
Yeah, yes, a crusader. You've heard of
Oh.
5?
Yes, indeed. He arrived when he first arrived a few weeks ago. He was here. He appeared first. He came out of the caverns connected to our sepulchre.
Yes,
He-
well, he is no more.
I suppose I'm sorry to hear that. He seemed troubled.
Troubled is certainly a good word to use.
Yes.
Certainly concerns. Fortunately, he was struck down before we could even really get a chance to speak with him to ascertain his condition and find some form of respite for his troubles.
Would you like some help to dig the grave?
Certainly, my friend Dornan is really good with the shovel. I am half as good, I'd say.
All right. About 3 nearby graves suddenly move and zombies climb out.
That
Pick
is
up
not
shovels.
creepy at all, Adam.
And
Adam,
start-
where is
start-
this? What is this? Fine, do it your way. I won't complain. But as they say, when in Rome, something Romans. But really,
When in Rome, do as Romans do.
I suppose the same is true in Jerusalem.
This gives us an opportunity to talk, does it not? Well,
You're a very smart man. I like that about you, Adam.
I think at this point, Kara and Shiri return with their cross to see 3 zombies digging a hole, while the other 3 talk to this white-skinned man.
That wasn't the beginning of a joke.
Yeah, I'll show it to you, Dornan. It's a cross. It says 5 on it.
It's 2 pieces of wood with some
He
thatching.
nods. He nods. He smiles. Thank you, Karen.
I-
That is very
I-
appreciated.
May I? And he holds his hand out, asking for the cross.
Shiri looks at you and says, "No, we worked hard."
It is good. It is good for first try. I certainly could not have done better. Very good job.
You heard the woman. I'm not one to piss them off.
Happy wife, happy life.
I think I just heard a whip crack.
Jordan's too smart for that.
I think you say that. Kara just laughs. Kara likes you now.
He doesn't happen to have a nature of masochist, does he?
We don't need
No,
to know
he's
all
just
that.
a good soldier. Follows orders.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's what it is. He follows orders well.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Kara and Shiri, so good for you to return. Well, this is Adam. Adam, these are our friends, Kara and Shiri.
I greet you. Welcome to the cemetery.
Don't worry about the automatons over there digging. They're going to be busy while we discuss things. Yes, Adam? And then I've turned back to Adam to, like, figuratively give him the floor. Not that I have a floor to give him.
Bernardo says you're friends. Or allies.
We have a good arrangement with the Malkavians of the city. We were helping to supply Bernardus on the information we had regarding the Infernalists that are apparently in the city.
It is a pleasure.
Yes, we tried going after those said Infernalists and found Tremere instead.
I had heard the story. I also heard that Bernardus had managed to clear that matter up with the Tremere.
Ah, good. Very good.
Indeed, when this 5 first appeared, we thought he may have been somehow connected to the Infernalist plot. He burst into our sepulchre from the tunnels beneath, causing significant damage, and fled. We repaired what we could. He did not return here. I understand he returned to the catacombs via other passageways. But it was here that he began.
You said he burst as though chased?
Well, the passageway was previously sealed, and he broke the seal.
Oh, he broke out in order to get out. I see. Not necessarily by being chased.
Yes. The black corridors beneath the sepulchre are dangerous. We didn't wish to search any further. We simply began the process of restoring what he had broken.
So those passages are still sealed now then, yes?
We have not finished sealing them. You could enter them if you wish, but I would not recommend it.
What is down there?
Well,
Nothing we want to meet.
I mean, first and foremost, a labyrinth. Even if you do not encounter anything dangerous, you would soon succumb to your hunger and fall into endless sleep if you could not feed.
I see. I see. Okay, so perhaps that's not an avenue to pursue. Right.
Well, not without more information.
And of course, with 5 over there, we won't get much more information about what was down there.
Well, have any of you heard of Gideon?
Gideon the hunter, if I call it, from the Bible.
Oh, no. Gideon is well, I assume he's a man, but he is an unusual circumstance. An immortal, but not like us. He has lived in Jerusalem since the time of King David.
Very, very long time.
He lives in a small hut north of Mount Zion. If anyone knew of the ways through those dank caverns, it would be Gideon.
What do you know of
Thank you
5
for the information.
What do you know of 5 himself? You said he came through this way. Did you have a chance to interact with him?
Only that he screamed words repeatedly, gibberish. Obviously, the word 5 is spoken many times.
Yes,
He didn't seem to cause any harm. He was unarmed. He seemed most concerned for missing men.
yes, brothers in steel, I believe. Brothers in arms. Shame.
Yes.
Well,
It seems that the hole is now dug.
yes, I was wondering if perhaps you had any other information you could shed the light on, but perhaps not.
Do you have any other questions? Do you need light shed on? And you may rest now. He says to the zombies as they go back to their graves once more.
So creepy, but yet so, I suppose, useful in some weird, dark sort of way. I apologize, I did not mean to sound judgmental. One's abilities are one's abilities, after all. What do you know of this Rashid bin Musa, whatever his name was?
Rashid ibn
Musafir.
Lucifer.
Musafir.
I love how even Darth is like, I got it, hold on. Oh, no, I don't have it. I don't have it at all.
Just the last name I didn't have.
He is an Assamite, a man of some strong faith. There's a small contingent of his clan in the city. They largely keep to themselves. He was embraced here in Jerusalem, I understand, and has lived his entire unlife here.
Yes, he and this 5 were intricately linked, it seems. I was just wondering, perhaps you might know more than what we knew, but perhaps not. It's no harm, no foul. It is what it is.
Sorry.
Shall we bury our friend, friends?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh yes, I thought there was a body, but then I forgot. It's just a pile of ash and some arms. I guess we don't really need much in the way of pallbearers. Although if we did, we got zombies. I don't know. Actually, I'm not even sure. Is zombies a word that gets used, or this is The Walking Dead? I know, but do we call them biters or something?
Well, because zombie comes from zombu, which I think is actually a French word originally, but I don't know the. Probably not. There's probably just be the undead or the unquiet dead.
The quiet dead. I like that.
Donan, please do not take offense to his ramblings.
You think my ramblings are offensive? I'm not even sure what. I think at this point, Bog's just like, I'm just gonna go stand over.
Like you put the ash in the hole, and I'm gonna like pull the hand axe off my belt, and I'll put it in with the armor.
If I took offense to every salesman's ramblings, there would be a lot of dead salesmen.
This is true.
Technically, I am dead.
Zombie originates from African languages and it wasn't seen before 1819. There you go.
Ah, so never mind. We wouldn't be using the word zombie yet. Historical accuracy, my friends, it counts for something. Don't listen to me.
That's right.
Now I'm
That's
rambling.
right. Historical accuracy says the vampire in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the vampire.
Yeah. Yeah. Bogman's just gonna stand over to one side and be like, he's not gonna be actively like, fuck you guys, but he's definitely gonna be like, I'm just gonna stand over here. I don't want to be talked to like that.
I think the final scene here is Adam leaves you with the armor and Ashes now in the grave as Kara and Shiri set the marker while Dawn and Bogdan have to just fill the hole in again. The zombies don't do all your work for you, and that's where we will end off today.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks for playing. Welcome to Desmina.
Yes, sorry, I was updating my notes. I don't know why Bogdan's accent started to come out there. I need to update my notes before I forgot things. Yes, thank you for leading us there, James. I appreciate that. Let's take a moment to any feedback, outro related comments. We'll start with Jabba, who has more of a time crunch than any of us because he has to work in, I don't know, several hours.
About the session, it was fun. I had a good time. Like learning the flow of each of the players and the new player as well, like seeing how everybody's like characters fit together. It's starting to come a bit more together now, which I like, but that obviously takes time.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Still,
We're getting there.
it's fun. I like the idea of where we're going with this, so I'm pretty excited. Doing
Excellent.
good job so far.
We have lots of leads.
Yeah.
Kane, you got anything for us?
I like that Kara has found somebody else to like before liking Bogdan.
And I like how Bogdan has suddenly become everybody's worst favorite friend.
But the thing is, like, at this point, I think we have solidified that Kara respects like Dornan as a warrior, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And trying to be like, this is one of your warriors, one of your people, so we'll do things your way. It's like I think we're on a way to a friendship. But just every time Bogdan talks, like 90% of it feels like such disingenuous bluff. And Kara just can't get behind it.
And I love that that's what it sounds like to your character because that's what it's intended to be. It's just 90% of Bogdan's just like, I'm going to spew a bunch of words out that generally sound like they need to be in a sentence.
I think Bogdan's the sort of person that, as a teenager, I saw where you had your friend that brought you into role playing and like brought the whole group together. They brought all these friends together, and they found a great group. But they all realized they didn't really like playing with him. And they were only together because of him. And it would feel odd to kick him out.
It'd be that's where the disingenuity. I don't know. Wait, disingenuousness you don't want him to leave because it means something and somehow it just works even though everybody really doesn't want to spend time with him. That's all right. Bogdan will one day get his revenge. Goddammit, this might be the beginning of his revenge arc right here.
Bro, just wait until we're in the capitalist empire, the capitalist times. Bogdan will shine.
Oh yeah, when yes, look at all that time when Eastern Europe is communism, and Bogdan's just be like, this is some fucking bullshit. I'm going to America. Fuck this place. Yasmina, what do you got for feedback, outro related comments?
I think Shiri actually really likes Bogdan because he reminds her of all the merchants back home.
Hell yeah! See,
a familiar sleazeball.
He's a known quantity.
He's a known quantity.
Listen, sometimes it really is better that the devil you know versus the devil you don't.
Yeah, like, every time Bogdan speaks, she's like, yep, that tracks, yep, that's exactly what I would expect a sleazeball to say.
I feel the sales pitch coming. This is just the right pacing.
I just need to get him to sell my goods.
Listen, let's talk. We can make a deal.
We
We all
can
come out
become
rich and
power
happy.
couple of capitalism.
Darius, what do you got for us?
I think I'm gonna sneak back at some point and fix that cross.
Wow, rude. His inner
but
carpenter is screaming
than
at him right
that-
now.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, great game. Thank you for running, James. And I really like how you gave us so many leads, because if it doesn't feel like we're being railroaded.
Yeah, it's always tough when there's a narrative death.
Yeah.
You know, when there's really nothing the players can do. And that is definitely the case with that particular death. But I mean, I think that beyond that, it's about trying to make like you get this early with vampire games because of the way you start with your sire is you're on railroad tracks right until you're not, and then when you're not, suddenly everything is open.
It's just like any other video game I played where it's like that. The minute you have the entire world open to you, you're like, I don't know what to do now. Like there's like you hit me with too many options and no restrictions.
He gave us specific options.
No, I know. I'm just speaking for
So
myself.
it's nice.
Yeah. I do appreciate that as well. Just having that open world feel, not like video game specific, but just the idea that we're not stuck in this little tiny piece of the world, that, you know, eventually we will have the whole wide world available to us. Obviously this is still a prologue, so we've got a little ways to go as far as that's concerned, but yeah, we've got opportunities now to branch out and scope out different parts of the city. I'm looking forward to it. James, what sort of feedback, outro stuff to you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And also, welcome to the group, Desmina. It was a pleasure having you here.
It was a good time.
Anyway, go ahead, James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James,
Look,
what do you got?
So I like the pace here. So I've run because I've started Transylvania Chronicles many times, and I've twice before started it with this event in Jerusalem. Because I think that, you know, it ties the interesting thing about the group having, if you go a certain way, you end up with knowledge about where Malkav is, which is pretty major knowledge, for example, and it does tie a group together. But the previous 2 times I've run it, we've finished it in 2, maybe 3 hours. So I like the fact that this group is talking more, is being more involved, and you know we've been going now for let's say a combined total of a bit over 4 hours of actual play, and we are probably halfway
closer
through.
to 6, I think.
Sorry?
Well,
Yeah.
the actual play time,
we have
because
some,
of course
yeah,
we have
some
the
shit
opening and
talking too,
closing
you know.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're about halfway through Act 3 of a 5-act prologue. You know, so you know we're about the halfway point of this prologue. So it's an interesting pace because it is really giving us a view of the characters and the world and that sort of thing, which I'm enjoying. So
Excellent.
All right, remember, friends, vote via comment on the YouTube video of who your favorite character is. I have a trend I need to keep going, or I need to be smashed so I can stop talking about it. I don't know. That is our show here tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. I certainly did, and it seems like everybody else did as well. If you have enjoyed the show, please consider liking and subscribing and sharing and all the other buttons. Other than that one that says I don't like this, don't click that one. That would break my heart. That said,
Oh, damn, that's the one I was gonna click, Omar.
way to go. There's always one. There's always one. Usually it's me. But now I know what it's like. At any rate, stay safe out there, my friends. This world is truly a dark world. So make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. I don't want to screwing up my thing. As for me and mine, we are out of here. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, my friends.
Peace.
yeah.
Take care, guys.